and we can just talk.
Hey, welcome everybody
Hey.
to Getting Dicey, where we roll dice and play D&D.
Yeah, we talk about imagination things.
Is that just straight milk, Reagan?
Straight milk.
Nice.
Starting the night off right.
I like
Straight
it.
from the cow.
Straight raw milk. No. That's kind of like a yellowy, watery color, isn't it? Straight, like raw milk.
Is it?
Is it?
It looks yellow. Like it looks.
It's got more of a color to it than white.
Oh yeah.
It's got a bit of it. It's because it's that
unhomogenized.
it's that creamy tinge to it.
But it's like it looks very wrong. It doesn't look like you want to drink it.
I haven't had it since I was a kid and staying at like a farm and stuff.
Right. I thought you were going to say you haven't had it since you were a calf, and I was I was ready to laugh a lot.
No, I do.
That would have been witty. Don't expect any of that.
How are we all doing?
Pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. Good. Okay, cool.
That'll do. Let's rock.
I thought I'd let other people answer. Mark, how are you?
Yeah, I like non-lactose milk.
Okay, all right, good.
Okay, so you're more about the nut milk than...
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Almond or
Yeah, that's what I meant. Almond-based milk.
Right. Sure.
nuts and milk.
Almonds.
Oh, right. You can have... No, you can have lactose-free milk, so it's milk taking away the lactose.
Yeah.
Same taste.
But is it still made from cows, but they managed to get the lactose out of it?
We're not made from
Correct.
cows.
They
I was
grind
very
up the cows.
Is that where milk comes from?
They figured if you use their milk, it's got lactose. But if you just grind up the cow, there's no lactose.
That's why it's so pinkish.
There's like a factory. There's a factory that cuts steaks, and then sometimes they grind it into mince, and then there's like if they chuck it back through the grinder, they get milk. They get lactose-free milk.
Strangely, it's just the simple double grind that does it.
Yeah. So I
Sounds like
reset the
making-
grinder and like, fucking milk.
They're like, was this the
Change
first or the
these
second time?
settings.
Shit.
Damn it.
Wait, is it a liquid? No, not yet. Okay.
Okay, good.
How do you,
And
how do you make cow beans, then?
Cow beans.
Yeah.
What?
What a
I
cow
don't
Since
know
you guys
what
making-
cow bean is.
Since you're grinding things to make milk, sort of like coffee.
Oh, right. Huh?
I like coffee bean.
I'm just saying.
I think it's
yeah,
just.
how
I
would
think
you
it's
do
just the oysters.
Yeah.
Just
that? I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah.
that just sent it to a
Wasn't
whole
worth
new
it.
level.
So we're just waiting for Shannon to sort out some issues.
I'm having some extreme weather here at the moment.
Oh shit! Has he got it working? Does he have it working?
Oh, wow. What is that?
I think I'm sorting out. I've got back here. We've got big waves.
Oh, my
And
God.
Dude, that is amazing.
What is going on?
Okay, so we all need to move up to green screens now.
Holy
Fine.
What is?
I figure we're going down to the sea.
Costumes are no longer good enough.
Or below it.
Wow.
I think we can just end the session there. We can't top that. That is amazing.
That is so good.
How do you top green screen technology? I mean, come on.
No, you
Wow.
guys.
The thing is, there's a
The
green screen
puppet.
and he has a
And
puppet.
he's a pup. I'm aware of
Holy
that. Oh,
Wow.
That is so
Can you
damn
give
good.
the camera a
Oh
wave?
my gosh.
dude.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Is the
Supposed
body
to be best
proportion
Race as well.
proportioned correctly?
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
Yeah. They're 50%
Wow.
head.
And he's crashed.
No. Oh yeah, he has. He's crashed.
I think
Alright.
the pressure on his internet has just
Wow.
performance
Yeah,
anxiety.
it wasn't working well at the best of times.
But still,
Shit,
that's
that's
an
good.
impressive effort.
He doesn't have to dial in again. That was so good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
holy shit.
I thought Reese with your full body armor was
Yeah.
full on, but that's just gone next level.
Yeah, I'm now number 2.
Yeah.
That is.
Wow.
Shit,
oh,
that's
man.
good.
I turned on a machine and then my internet died.
Right. I need to get a picture of this. This is just too good.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Could someone tweet it out or something?
Like,
Yeah.
this is what
Jesus
we do.
Christ.
Yeah.
This is normal. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. You sort of tweet out, so and so use voice actors, we use green screens.
Yeah.
We got real puppets.
Wow.
We have real puppets.
Real gnomes.
Do you have like a green chest piece?
Oh, I can't give away my secrets.
Don't ever tell me.
You never tell us. It's the magic of it all.
That's so good. And is it the wand from last week?
It's actually a different wand.
More magic.
Oh my goodness.
He's leaning forward. This is just like the effect that the illusion remains.
It's so trippy.
It's so good.
I love the shrug.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a pigeon costume
So just
Pigeon.
in case you want to transform?
yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah,
happens
yeah.
when you transform into a bat or
True.
whatever you've been doing?
You have to use your imagination.
So is your screen is your backdrop changing when we go under the ocean, or are you just gonna leave it?
Well, we have to find out.
Oh no!
I can't handle this. I can't.
Oh dear.
Oh my
Your
God.
minions
It's so good,
thing,
man.
Your minions thing in the background again is just paling in comparison.
It's not minions. It's
Oh, sorry. You know, it looks like minions from where I'm seeing it. It's kind of hard.
That's so rude.
Oh my god.
That's Mario.
That's Mario.
Mario, yeah, that's what I meant, but
Shannon kind of looks like Mario sized.
Yeah.
What's it mean?
oh dear.
It's me, Bernard.
I've got these wired headphones, so I can't get very far back.
That is.
Good.
It's ridiculous.
I love how
this
that's
is-
the only part that breaks the illusion. Like
wired
these headphone wires.
The wired headphones that are the length of your body.
I mean, if you could get up and do a little dance, I'd be very happy.
I'm there already.
Oh,
Oh my god! Look at it.
Holy shit.
It's just a.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oof.
That is actually amazing.
I don't even know what
Okay.
to say. I like to imagine that you've just painted your naked body underneath it green. That's what I like to think.
I'm not sure I want to imagine that, but okay.
But you will now. Now
Oh, it's all I can see now. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
thanks for planting that.
Wow.
But
Anytime.
That
Anytime.
is genuinely amazing.
Sorry.
All right. No pressure to DM now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
you have
so,
to create images like this.
Yeah, let me paint you a wordscape. More powerful than any technology can produce. You just need to use your imagination. So our heroes managed to free Hecaton at the start of last session. After updating him on what's going on, they decided to go to Luskin. Hecaton dove over the edge of the water, headed for Maelstrom to catch up with Sarissa, his daughter, and make sure that his kingdom was kind of well looked after. Mere minutes into their voyage back to Luskin, the Morkoth was attacked by a huge tentacled creature. The party engaged the creature, but upon seeing it almost effortlessly tear apart the Morkoth, they decided to blow the conch and get the hell out of Dodge. As they did, Hecaton re-emerged and engaged the creature before being dragged beneath the waves. The creature's only message for the party addressed Bernard. I recognize these magics. Prodigy of Gonzala.
That's right. Mentioned my grandmother.
Mm.
And so the party is en route to Maelstrom.
Let's do it.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think that covers it.
All right. To Maelstrom we go. So you all arrive back in the kind of somewhat familiar space.
Oh.
I don't think all of you. Well, certainly Bernard, you haven't been here before.
No.
Uh,
Oh, actually, I have. I remember seeing it. Maybe I was off screen or something.
I think, yeah, you might have arrived right as we were leaving or something. Right as things were getting.
Oh, I think it cut
Guys.
away to Sasha. Yeah, it cut away to Sasha, and you were escaping, right? From the.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
no, it was Alf disguised as Sasha?
No, Sasha disguised as Oust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So the party arrives here in Maelstrom. Sans one member.
Who's gone missing? Why have they gone missing?
So Oust looks left and looks right, and cannot see Finn.
What? No. What? Where's Finn? Oh no. Where's Finn gone?
Can we just look at Shannon's background, please?
Wow, so good.
That's what I imagine it's like.
Oh, brilliant.
It's very
That's exactly
accurate.
what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Is this what? Oh man, so good.
This is too good.
Finn is not there. Wait, who's Finn?
So Alf realizing Finn's missing, he's just going to start looking underneath like Wolf and underneath Marvin, just because he thinks initially that maybe they've stood on him.
Nice.
And then he's going to poke his head up and going, has anyone seen a halfling around here? Did anyone see the halfling? Where's Finn gone?
Oh, Finn. What the heck?
We've got Alpha and Beta. Why are they still here? That's really confusing. Oh my goodness! I can use. Oh my goodness! I wonder did I change my spells? Sorry, I just had a real cool moment. Yeah, I did. All right.
It was a good moment.
What's happened?
Else has just realised that he changed his spells to speak with animals. I'm gonna ask Griffin I'm gonna ask Alpha where you've gone.
Oh yeah.
So seeing Alpha being your trusted ally, I'm really surprised to see that he's here and you're not. It just makes no sense because Wolf would never leave my side, so why would Alpha ever leave yours? So taking over the whole incident from get-go, Alpha is basically just going to use his Speak with Animals spell because that's what he can do, and basically he's going to have a wee chat just quietly. He doesn't want to make it a big showy thing. He's just going to have a wee chat with Alpha and ask him if he knows where or if he remembers where Finn is or went.
So what do you say to Alpha?
Literally, as I said, where's I'm going to just say where's Finn? Where's your friend?
And you see
you know-
see Alpha like look around and go, "Rah! Finn! Finn!" Like you can make out the noise, but the rest of you don't hear the actual words. You just hear this bird
Squawk.
voice just kind of beginning to squawk and flap his wings.
Okay, I'm just going to calm him down and say, look, Alpha, calm. We will find him. When was the last time you remember seeing him?
But on the boat.
Right, so you have no idea. Cool. Awesome. All right, that's cool. Just be calm. We will find him. So I'm just
Can you roll animal handling for me, please?
Sure. Animal handling. I don't get to use this very often. It's quite a shame.
Well, we tried to handle some animals.
12, both times. I haven't come across many animals. I seem to avoid them quite well.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly tried with the zoo.
Yeah,
So
look where that got me.
I think with a 12, he's still pretty disturbed about where Finn is or isn't.
All right. So just addressing the group, because okay, guys, Finn's gone missing. Alpha has no idea where he is. Did anyone see him disappear before we stepped into the portal?
Who went in first?
He went in first. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ignis is going to be like, well, I hate traveling like that. And you see at Ignis's feet just a puddle of vomit.
Ignis, it'll be okay.
I've been here for some time and I haven't seen him.
All right. Elsa's just going to remember that the portal took us to the trader, as well as Maelstrom, and I'm just going to wonder whether did Finn mention before we left that he wants to go to the trader?
Not that I recall.
Did anyone hear that at all? Finn, you blew on the contract.
Finn's not here to answer that question.
I
I
have a feeling.
Ask the Giants. They've got more resources than the bunch of us do.
Maybe we'll go have to talk to the Giants, although that could be really awkward given Finn was the one that they knew.
Well, who went in last? You did? Did you see Finn go into the...
I saw him go in first, and that was pretty much it.
Okay, so he must have been diverted somewhere. Like you say, maybe the shop, or can
Elsa's going to assume that
go other places.
Elsa's going to assume that he's gone to the trader, but I guess we probably do need to have a chat with Hecaton and see whether he knows where Finn may have gone.
Let's go.
Do we agree?
Hecaton's still battling that.
Well, we can go talk to Sarissa, and she's just as important because we may need to go back and help Hecaton if he doesn't come back. I guess it's on us. Let's go announce this. Let's go announce our arrival at least, and then we can try and find and figure out where Finn's gone.
That works for me.
All right,
let's go.
Where do we appear? Do we just is there a set spot where people?
So this is kind of the downstairs area that we've arrived in.
So you appear on top of a huge glowing yellow rune.
Okay.
Which is the thing that you can see. Can you see where the party is?
Yeah. Igneous, is your character currently affected by something?
That icon can be removed now. That was when I was going full retard.
Oh, right. Okay. All right, cool. So given, I think Elsa and Igneous are probably the only and Sasha are probably the only ones that have been here. So we kind of need to lead Bernard upstairs to where everyone is.
Alf, you're the ranger. You know the way. I'll follow you.
Sure, follow me.
I'll stay out back in case they may have not forgotten about my escape.
Well, you are the Dragonborn. Maybe you should just hang back and wait with Marvin because you did escape and they may still be looking for you.
I'll wait for Finn to arrive here if he does.
Cool. All right, Igneous, Bernard, follow me. Bernard's uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Gerardo.
Sasha, do you want to look after the griffins for the time being?
Yeah, if I'm hungry, I'll take good care of them.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Just like huge chickens.
Yeah. All right. Alster's not so comfortable leaving them behind, but he's going to trust that you're joking. For now.
Yeah, Sasha's just going to give a quick nudge and go, I was just joking.
All right, cool. All right, so the 5 of us are going to head up the stairs, John, to I guess the antechamber where I expect the throne room and Sarissa will be waiting for us.
Sure. So we transition over to the music hall.
Awesome.
So for Bernard and Gerardo's benefit, there's this enormous hulking crab over here in the corner. That's like...
Yes, yep.
It's like pink and purple, and you can kind of see its legs and frills kind of moving up and down in a very kind of slow sort of motion, and you hear like the faintest noises of notes kind of like being like a wind instrument almost.
Coming from the crab.
Coming from the crab as its appendages move up and down.
It's a giant crab for a giant place. So everything's scaled up, right?
Yes.
So I would be super tiny.
You are very small.
Okay.
Finn!
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to help.
Okay.
Is there anyone in there? And there's no one actually in the around, is there? Doesn't it? It's completely empty. Oh, it's the giants.
There are a pair of storm giants guarding the entrance to the to where the throne room is.
Yeah. So Alice is just going to walk up quite comfortably towards the entrance, beckoning to Igneous and Bernard and Gernard to follow.
Okay.
Bernard and Gernard.
Righto.
Yeah.
I am the Bernard the Gernard.
Do you know where you are?
Music.
Oh, where am I? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll move
Top.
Yep.
Top middle. Yeah. Cool. I think at this point we'll swap back over to Sasha. And Sasha, as you're kind of standing there debating whether or not you should consider eating Alpha and Beta for a joke or otherwise, you see this kind of bright multicolored light begin to form up a small humanoid shape as Finn kind of pops back into existence.
Finn, where have you been? You've had us all worried.
Just stopped off at the trade and exchange to have a chat to just to see if our friend has found a solution to his problem.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Maybe. So
What have you solved?
Finn's a little sullen. He's a little withdrawn. But he's alright. He's good. So he's just like, where are the others?
They've just gone upstairs to go see Sarissa.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
what have you done?
Why don't you come along with us? I know you're meant to be locked up at the moment, but maybe if we can take you with us, it kind of shows it. I don't know. It shows them that you're okay. I don't know. You can either stay here or you can follow me and find the guys.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. And Finn's just going to leave Alpha and Beta sort of resting up against the wall and head upstairs to see the others.
Cool. What do you want Marvin to do, Sasha?
Marvin's just going to stay put on the other side, just to have a bit of space.
Okay. Cool.
How long have you guys been here, by the way? Like, how long?
It's probably about 3-ish minutes.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay.
I like the sound. That was great.
Yeah. Finn,
do you feel under the sea?
Yeah.
Shannon looks like he's under the sea. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I imagine that's exactly what under the sea looks like.
This one too. The other one, more purple. I think it's better.
I need to get something like that going. That's amazing.
Sorry.
Finn just sort of takes a look over at that crab, gives a little smile. That crab. And can he see the guys across the room, or have they?
Yeah, you can see that they are approaching the guards, who kind of have their attention turned towards these people who have entered.
Right. Okay. Cool. So Finn's just going to slowly make his way over to the guys.
So the guards step down in front of you, Alst, and they say, "Halt! What are you doing?"
What am I doing? We're here to speak with Sarissa. We have news from her father, Hecaton.
Hecaton?
Yeah. You know, King Hecaton?
How would you come across Hecaton?
We rescued him from the squid people. I can't remember their names.
Squid Club.
We rescued him from the Squid Club's boat just recently, and he returned briefly to save us from some Kraken dude that destroyed some ships. So we've come to speak with Sarissa and get her help.
Well, where is he?
Last we saw of him, he was battling this Kraken in the ocean and doing pretty well.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
This character's not good at this. But alright. Oh, it's a 6.
You were not wrong there.
So close to a 2.
They kind of cross their tridents in front of you, and they say, "We're gonna need to see some evidence that what you say is true before we let you see Sarissa."
Evidence? Okay, so Alsa's just kind of doing the Australian haka. Where's my wallet? Kind of shit. Evidence? What? I've just come off a ship. I wasn't expecting to bring anything to prove my story. Surely you know who we are. You know, we
know who you are. We know that you let the Dragonborn escape.
I had nothing to do with the Dragonborn escaping.
You were involved.
Yeah. I got nothing.
I want to pipe up and produce the that scrying stone.
Yeah! Finally, some help.
by the Queen. I think it's the Queen.
I really wish your little puppet was holding the stone. That would have been.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
God
That'd
damn.
be gold.
I need it. I need to find one. Yeah, so it's not a puppet. It's my body.
Sorry.
Holding the scrying stone and that I'd hacked so that it could see both ways. You know,
It's really hard to take you seriously now.
I'm finding myself taking it more seriously.
Yeah, so you know, you would have seen what was happening on the boat. Well, somebody here would have seen if they're looking on their end of the scrying stone, so they should be able to know what was happening on the boat. I rolled it out when we were attacked by the Kraken Society.
So do you still have it or no?
Yeah. I put it on the floor and then.
And then when the Kraken attacked, what happened to it?
Oh, maybe I don't have it. Well, at least if I don't have it, I can mention that they've seen it.
Okay. So I think you look around, you're like, remember that you've left this scrying stone.
Damn it.
Back on the boat. But you see come up from behind these two guards, Countess Sensori, who you don't recognize, Bernard, but the rest of the crew do. And she says, "Thaddeus, Geralt, let this group through. We've a lot to discuss."
Alsa's just going to give the two giants a bit of a kind of see, told you. Look.
And they step aside begrudgingly, like looks
shaking
on
my
their
head
face.
now at the way I've been treated. Not impressed. Don't know who I am. Bloody hell.
By this time, Finn's just kind of like made his way up next to Igneous, pretty stealthily, pretty quiet. So he's not making a scene. He's not sort of announcing his arrival or anything.
Okay. She kind of motions everybody forward. You all heading through?
Yep.
Yep.
Sasha's still gonna be about 5-10 meters back, just because it doesn't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, I think Sasha, as you pass the guards, they kind of glare at you, grit their teeth.
Alright. Well,
And
Sasha's gonna look.
The one on the right kind of spits in your direction.
Ooh, racist little buggers. Good to see that racism is alive and well in giant worlds.
Sasha's just gonna look left and right, in front and back, to see if anyone else is looking. And without uncovering anything, just gonna take a little tinkle on the ground. then walk off.
Wait.
Wait, how quickly can you tinkle?
Is it just a drip? Like,
No one else saw it.
Like a dog marking its place. I mean,
It's just gonna run down
No,
your
but
leg.
so what are you doing though?
are you squatting? Are you lifting your leg?
describe it for us. Give us
I don't
a
want
to
word
do it.
picture. Well, you're doing it, so give us a word picture.
I think just saying I did a tinkle was enough. I'll let the
the
imagination take over.
the giants saw it, and I don't think you can do that out of full plate mail very quickly.
I'm gonna
So
take my plate off.
as you disrobe, they actually do point their tridents at you. At this point, you can't just go into like a royal
Piss on the floor.
chamber and begin pissing. So they
Oh no!
you've got a pair of tridents.
And since none of us
Aimed at
saw
your-
it, we're
We got no idea what you're doing, buddy.
Mm.
I'm sorry,
let's-
Sasha. You're
let's
on
take
your
the,
own on this one.
let's just take the action back to the guards and
And say,
Sasha and
how
zoom in.
dare you, dragon?
Oh, what? I saw your spit, and I don't spit, so I'll just return your favor.
Oh.
Okay. And they move to forcibly restrain you. Do you do anything?
Nope. I'll let them do that.
Are you gonna wipe?
I don't know if I had enough time.
I did some research, and it seems like there's a consensus that Dragonborns have cloacas.
Yeah.
So they just kind of
Looks like that.
they mix their piss and shit together, as out of the
pleasant.
one, like a bird. Yeah.
Pleasant.
Okay.
There's the thought.
So you were dragged off by the guard that was on the right hand side of the door. The one on the left hand side remains there. You're dragged back downstairs to where you were before.
Whoa.
Okay. And
Are we cool with us? Or
well,
we don't know.
We haven't
never
seen
saw
it.
it.
we can see him being dragged out.
No, we're in a throne
No,
room.
so you've entered a huge throne room. So he was back out where the guards were,
I see.
We won't even have heard anything.
and assuming that none of you saw him or her or they disrobe and urinate
No.
in I'm gonna say that you won't know that they've
We just naturally
disappeared
assumed
either.
that the Dragonborn was following us.
My Wii senses tingling. That was-
Okay, so into the rest of the party enters the throne chamber. So for Bernard and Gerardo's benefit, this is an enormous chamber. There's a huge U-shaped kind of fence is the wrong word, but like pillar at one end where Gerardo's kind of hanging out. There's a couple of bench seats there, and then at the far end of the room there are 3 seats. The center one is the grandest, and it's kind of made of obsidian and dragon bone. There are 4 dragon skulls, one in each corner of the base of the seat, and you see this just high-backed obsidian chair. And Sarissa addresses you, Finn, and says, Finn, come forward.
I guess
What
this
news of my father?
Yeah, cool. So I assume this is the first time the guys even noticed I was there.
Hi, Finn.
Yeah. Oh, Finn, nice of you to make an appearance.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for the concern.
Good of you to turn up. Your Alpha was kind of concerned. He was a bit worried.
Alpha's fine. He's resting downstairs.
I'm pleased you saw to him before sort of
Yeah. And Finn
veiled in sarcasm, of course.
Alistair's a little
Good
upset.
of you to tell your friends where you're going to be, but it's okay. Don't worry about us.
And just to make it clear, you were right. I did mention that I was going to go to the trader.
I had a feeling.
And I was actually the last to go through the portal. I was
Were you the last? I thought you went before me, but it was such a maddening rush.
Everyone was leaving, and I had to go and scoop up the potion that I had launched and failed to launch.
That's right.
Scooped it up and went through. Anyway, so Finn turns his attention to Sarissa and say, look, we found King Hecaton. He had been taken by the Squid sorority, Squid Sisters sorority, and but he was okay when we released him.
Maybe not after the Kraken started fighting him.
She says, what happened? Did he make it out with you?
He was stopped. Slarkrathal appeared.
Yes, we know. That's why he came back.
Yeah.
And then Countess Sensori stands forward and she says, I was watching through the scrying stone and I noticed that you were in trouble with the Kraken, and so I made contact with Hecaton and asked him to go back and help you. I expected him to come back with you.
He was being dragged under and shouted for us to get to you to make sure you were okay. We assumed something was going on here.
So Cog, who's just kind of standing in the middle of the room,
It's God.
is like, no. Hecaton?
Oh my God.
And you can just see his bottom lip like, and his eyes begin to go heavy and water as he has this huge lower lip.
Ignis is just going to pat him on the back, or pat him on the upper thigh. That's all he can reach.
Yeah, you can probably reach like his hip.
Yeah.
Hill giants are smaller than the other giants.
So no, we don't know. He didn't escape with us. But knowing his strength, he should be with us shortly.
Sarissa kind of puts her hand to her eyes and says, if this creature is who you say he is, I'm afraid that might not be the case.
Oh crap.
Alright, so
we killed the king! Long live the king! Oh no. Do we go back and help him, or do we just stay here and chit chat about it? Oh, we know where he is.
Is it like do you know anything about this slug? Like what can it be taken out? Like
she kind of swallows this lump in her throat and she says, Slarkrathal is if the stories are to be believed, Slarkrathal is as old as the gods themselves. An ancient and powerful foe, one we've scarce encountered. But whenever we do, there's tremendous loss of life. I'm surprised, relieved, but surprised to see you all here. Perhaps that was my father's sacrifice that made that possible.
We definitely wouldn't have been here without him. We thought we could have taken him out.
Ignis is just going to be like, don't you have an army? Let's just go kill it.
Yeah, I'm with Ignis on this. Let's just go back and cut it up. And have squid rings for dinner.
Surely with the force of the storm and cloud giants, he says as he looks at Sansuri, surely would be able to stand a chance. And by we, I mean you, because I'm 3 foot tall.
And Sansuri kind of sits there and says, as Uther kind of pipes up for the first time since you've been here, and says, sure, in open combat, perhaps, but the deep sea is Slarkrathal's territory. We may be able to live under the water, but there are far deeper, darker things than us. To find Slarkrathal, we wouldn't even know where to begin.
So what you're saying is you're chicken. You don't want to save or attempt to save your king. Is that what we're hearing here?
I think Uther stands up at this point and says, "You call me a coward!" And like thunder and lightning kind of booms off of his chest. Go ahead and roll a dex check, please.
That's right, I'm good at that. Hopefully that works. Where's my
Crit
dex?
fail, crit fail.
Oh god, that'd be just that'd be justice, like, you know. Oh, for
Close.
fuck's sake!
It's a 10. Yeah.
It's a 10. Why couldn't I have the 25 that was right next to it?
Get a
How
10.
do I roll a 2?
You take 11 thunder damage as sparks fly out
mate.
from where Uther is. And he
11
says,
you say, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Is this Al saying that?
No, that was just me.
Seeing this happen, Finn sort of storms towards, what's the guy's name?
Uther.
What was it, sorry?
Uther.
Uther. He's like, we come, and he's almost, his voice is booming with intensity as he calls Uther
I love
out.
when you do this.
He says, we save your king. We come here to ask for your help, and you attack us? He's booming and furious. He's showing much larger size than his physical stature.
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation.
I love when Finn gets angry. You won't like him when he gets angry.
12. Not too intimidating. I am only 3 foot tall, so.
Yeah.
I think he raises his trident, but before he does, Sarissa places her hand across his shoulder and across his chest and says, "Uther, calm down. These are not our enemies. I understand how you feel, because I feel the same." And he kind of brings his trident back down. And Sarissa says, what Uther says is true. To even find one as ancient as Slarkrathal, we don't have any methods with which to do that.
We know how to
Let
bring him out.
alone how do you propose to bring him out?
We tracked one of his minions to Luskin. We know that we can use this guy to bring out Slark.
Do you think he would appear for one of his minions?
If you're brave enough to find out, it's worth a try, right?
Yes, of course. If we if there's a chance that we can find Slarkrathal and fight him in open combat. But, and she kind of shakes her head for a second. She says, "But I'm torn because there's also Imrith to deal with right now."
What's happened with Imrith? Who's
Imrith?
Imrith was a great blue dragon who turned herself into a giant. We exposed, and basically she was in her giant form, convincing or guiding Sarissa and probably causing some ructions in amongst the giants. We exposed her. She took off in some portal, and we never really found out where she went.
So she's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, no.
Okay.
Yeah, bad. Blue dragon, bad.
Right. Okay.
So, with this, Sansuri steps forward, and she beckons you all to gather around the reflecting pool in the middle of the chamber. She waves her hand across the top of it, and you see a picture of a desert, a huge amphitheater, many times larger than the throne room that you're in, but kind of stepped in the same fashion. a broken idol, a huge giant or a statue of a giant or something broken. And she says, Sensori says, we've been trying to find Imrith since you all left last time, and we managed to track her down to here. This is in the far north. It turns out that her and Slakrathal may be in league with one another, and she may be behind not only the Queen's death, but perhaps also the King's.
That doesn't surprise us, given what we know of Imrith. That doesn't surprise us at all. But we have a choice. Do we go after her and destroy her and lose King Hekaton, or do we go after King Hekaton in the hope that we can get rid of Slagrathal and actually save King Hekaton?
Ignis is going to be like, the desert looks way less like water than the sea. Let's go get Imrith. Yeah.
I think Finn's just going to look to Sarissa and say, how could we aid you the most?
She says, she kind of places her palm on her forehead and says, well, what we know is that it appears as though Imrith is Imrith is taking advantage of the Ordning being shattered. In fact, she may herself have managed to convince her gods to get our gods to dismantle it.
Dragon gods versus giant gods.
We're not exactly sure what is happening with our gods right now, but we know that they no longer favor us. Surely, though, slaying Imrith will help restore some of that order, some of that balance.
Would that just piss off the dragon gods and cause some kind of problems?
We're pretty good at that. Let's do it.
We're good at killing dragons and causing other problems. Not so much solving issues.
Potentially helps them lose some of their power. Their power is tied to how many followers and how powerful their followers are on this plane. Imrith, of course, is immensely powerful. But now I'm not sure what to choose. I'm torn between family and my race.
Okay.
The fate of our race versus the fate of my father.
Okay, quick huddle, guys. Elsa's just going to grab Finn, Igneous, and Bernard in a bit of a little huddle, quiet whispers.
And this is when Finn kind of realizes, like, wait, where's Sasha?
Oh crap! Oh Jesus! Can we deal with the Dragonborn in a minute, Finn? We'll sort that out in tick.
Sure.
We've got a 50-50 scenario here. We chase after Imrith, who we know is a blue dragon.
He's probably just pissing about anyway.
Yeah. So we've got a choice. We go after the blue dragon, who we know, and we know we can annoy and cause some pain to, but we also know she's an absolute cow and can do some damage back. If we go kill her with these giants, we win some favour, but we potentially lose King Hekaton. Or we go rescue King Hekaton and kill this giant kraken thing, and potentially lose a whole lot of storm giants and cloud giants, which to me means absolutely squat. Keeping King Hekaton seems to be more beneficial, but I don't know.
Igneous votes, let's go kill Imrith.
You just want to go to the desert, Igneous?
That is correct.
Okay, so we know where you stand. Finn, you're probably the only one who knows the effect on the giants and giant kind.
Yeah.
For both options. So I'll take heed from you. For the first time, I'm gonna actually let you make a choice.
Oh, yeah, finally. I think Finn's just gonna kind of look over to Sarissa, and then look over at Sansuri. He's gonna look down into the thing in front of him that's showing the desert and all this stuff. He's just gonna look back at Sarissa and say, "Sarissa, Higaton was good. He was showing immense strength when we left him." When he takes a big breath and he looks at her and he says, "You and your kind is what's important right now. I think we head to the desert, and if you can bring as many of your finest soldiers, the ones you still trust, to help us expedite this, the better."
Sweet. I guess we're going dragon hunting.
I just want to ask a question. Do they know why Hecton would have been abducted by this Kraken society in the first place and held on a ship?
So Bernard asks that.
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've seen giants, apart from Hecton a few minutes ago. I'm actually drawing pictures of them in my book.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'll look up. Because that seems like a real sort of out of place thing. Why would they keep them alive? Why would they keep them on a boat?
So Sansuri steps forward and says, "We believe, based on what we know, and we don't have all of the details, but we believe that it was meant to destabilize giant kind, to throw the world into chaos, which I think we can all agree was successful. The fire giants rampaging across the plains, the hill giants attacking many farming villages, the frost giants attacking the shores. It certainly has sent Faerun into turmoil."
But if they had wanted him dead, they would have done it before we got to him. And if they were under Slark's orders, then there's a very good chance that Slark itself hasn't killed Hecton, but merely subdued him.
Maybe there's a reason they want him alive, or
why they didn't simply outright kill him as they did the Queen, I cannot say.
Do you think they're working with the dragons, or they're just chaos?
Sorry, what's the question?
Do you think that the Kraken Club is working with the dragons, or do you think that they're just like going out for any old chaos that they can get?
We believe Slarkrathel is in league with Imrith. To what end? We don't know, but
Right.
that is our suspicion.
I think Hecton is worth more to them alive than dead.
The thing is, they've stolen my parents, so that's my main thing that I'm worried about. I've been tracking them down, and I've got Gerardo here, so I at least got my uncle back. But they also mentioned my grandma, so what the heck? So even Slark Rathal knows my grandma's name. So is there any way to contact Grunsilla?
Gerardo steps forward and says, as he pushes his glasses up his nose, and he says, "Bernard, there's one or two things I can probably let you in on."
Yeah. Yes.
Grunsella, as you know, was a mage of some repute. But what you may not know is how do I put this? Exactly how reputable she really is or was. She is the world's foremost mage. She is powerful beyond your or mine. She is powerful beyond anything I could possibly hope to achieve in my lifetime.
I mostly remember her making rice pudding.
She does make a very, very, very good rice pudding. She makes rice pudding beyond anything that any mere chef may be able to create. She is amazing in so many respects. Mostly magic, but also rice pudding.
She taught me all my magic tricks, but no one told me this. So this is.
I suspect she may have had some motivations for that, perhaps to keep you protected, perhaps as simple parlor tricks to her, the basic magics she's taught you were, pardon the pun, mere child's play, as she taught you during your childhood.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But so she's a super powerful mage, and they want to get her now or something. She's just at home.
Our people have a long and storied history with the Kraken cult, or the Kraken society, or the squid people, as I've heard so many names for this group. So many fun names, I must say. But we essentially, I'm sure Gonzalo would love dearly to return your parents to their to themselves. You see, Toltz has them enslaved. He's a mind mage. He's the foremost lieutenant of Slarkwithel.
Oh, we so need to get him.
Are they being held a hostage or something? I don't know what's going on.
I believe so. I could not, despite being despite infiltrating the cult, the club, the group, I could get no response from my dear sister, my dear brother.
Were you undercover?
Nothing more than functional passing responses. They didn't appear to recognize me at all.
When I read their minds, it was just a blank. So I always thought you were a pirate, but were you undercover in the gang?
That seems very unimportant for now, but I have been a pirate. I have been a pirate.
It's important to me. You're my favorite uncle. I've been looking for you for years.
I've done some pirating, that's for sure.
But actually, you're undercover in the Squid Club.
Only in recent years.
Okay.
How much do we actually trust this guy?
Largely,
my uncle.
Largely, my pirate days were about trying to track down and find your parents.
Right. Okay.
It served as a good cover.
Yes. Okay. Well, is there any way that we can get Granzilla to help if she's so powerful? Or to contact you or ask you some questions?
Yes, perhaps. We could reach out.
Do it.
Yeah.
We would need to leave here and head home.
Oh really? We can't message you?
I don't really have the ability to do that. And he kind of looks over at Sensori and says, do you have a way for us to communicate directly with underground cellar with another mage. And Sensori just kind of shakes her head. Bernard, do you have something that you could use?
No, only have that scrying stone thing, but I don't think that would help.
You've got that whisper or message or whatever
I
it
got a
was.
message. You have to see them, I think. So it's got a range.
Could you
I'll
send?
have to think about it.
Sensori says, I could spend some time trying to divine her location. It may take a while. I mean, Faerun is an awfully large place.
All right. Well, I just wonder if she's in danger or anything. Maybe at some point we should warn her that frickin' Slark talking about her behind her back.
Yeah, so I think like you would know where her last location, where the last time you saw her, you would know where she was. So
In the living room.
that
Oh,
Oh.
John!
But yeah.
No!
You've got to use a scrying stone.
He's back. He's almost back. I
He's
think.
nearly back.
He's nearly back.
Let's dance.
It's good that dance.
I think the gnome needs to dance.
While we've got John, we've got a little bit of chatting time. Do you have little sticks attached to his arms?
These are secrets that I cannot divulge.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Good man.
True puppeting. That's fantastic.
Ignis is just going to pipe up and be like, the whole kingdom of giants seems to be more important than one tiny grandma. Let's go kill that dragon.
Well, yeah, sure. I'm not saying that she's more important, but turns out she's a super powerful mage that the baddies were talking about. That's the reason I mentioned her. I was weirded out that they were talking about my grandma. That's
fair.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. But maybe you can help, or at least give Sensori a starting point, and she can kind of figure out how to contact her while we go deal with this dragon.
Yep, I'm keen to
assuming we have an army of giants. To back us up. Let's go dragon hunting.
And Finn looks to Bernard and says, "Look, if what they say is right, taking on Imrith could possibly reveal your grandmother, or at least your mother and father again."
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's the only lead we've got at the moment, so I'm keen to do it. Yep. If we could send a message to Grandma to contact the giants, that'd be all. That'd be enough.
Ignis is going to look to Gerardo and ask if he can fight. Gerardo, are you much good in a battle?
It's like the best fighter.
He kind of pushes his glasses up his nose and he's like, yeah.
Alright, that's good to know.
Ignis is going to pop a Genasi wave to him.
He's not really sure what that is. So he just kind of looks at you weirdly and starts waving backwards.
I was going to see if Gerardo wanted to just be messenger boy and take a scrying stone back and find his grandma and then call the giants when he finds them, but if he's a fighter, we should bring him with us.
Sensori says, I can try to divine her location from here, but obviously if you know where I should start looking, that would be incredibly helpful.
I can give my location of my house.
Okay.
So I'll just let her know. Just don't tell the Squid Club.
She giggles and she's like, I'm not going to tell the Kraken cult.
All right.
Welcome back, Dave.
But I will try to find her. It may still take me some time.
It's probably going to take us a while to kill the dragon anyway. So
let's do it.
Does anyone know where Imrith went or was? Like, we've got a desert, but that looks quite large.
So they know where in the desert specifically. So they're showing you a specific area.
Cool.
where
go.
they know her to be. So in the intervening time that you've been away, they've been scrying and trying to find Imrith, and they've tracked her down.
Cool. Before we go, I could do with some bandaging. Thanks to Storm Giant dude smacking me around the head here. Thanks, dude.
You might want to apologize.
Nah, fuck. He's a chicken shit. Doesn't want to go fight. No? I'm not a. I, a little elf, I'm brave enough to go fight a dragon. He just wants to bash his chest and whatever. Nah.
Yeah. All right. So let's ask for some sort of accommodation for the night.
Yeah. So we can heal up and then we'll crack it. First dawn. Let's go.
Ignis is also gonna look to Sarissa and be like, I've seen Finn very big. I would like to be very big in battle. Have you got any more of those potions?
She says, "Yeah, why don't we have a chat tomorrow before you all leave?"
Seriously.
Thank you. Let's do it.
This dragon's gonna have no idea what's hit it.
It's gonna be fantastic. Finn just sort of gives Igneous like a knowing nod and like holds up the one remaining potion that Finn has as well. He's like, puts it back into his pouch.
Nice. As we head down to, I assume we're now just gonna head down to our quarters for a quick kit.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's where Sasha's gone back to.
Mouster's just gonna give. What was the giant's name? I forgot.
Which one?
Which one?
The dude who slapped me around. Uther. Mouster's just gonna give Uther a look and go, if you're brave enough to come tomorrow, big boy, that lightning and thunder could be quite useful. But it's okay if you want to sit this one out. And just gonna walk off.
He kind of slams his trident down again with this ripple of energy, but not this time, not as kind of vicious as last time where it was kind of striking out randomly at you.
Cool.
Just kind of a much more tempered response.
Alright, I take that means you're keen to come. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, anything else you'll want to do before you rest up?
Ignis is just gonna ask Sarissa, how many giant fighters have you got?
Well, we can't leave the place completely unguarded, but I will come with you.
Everyone's
Uther?
dropping off one at a time. Reese has disappeared for you guys as well? Oh,
Yeah.
no, here he is. Okay, cool.
I'll wait for him to jump in because he's nearly there.
Oh, gone again.
Okay.
I'll come with you myself. Uther,
There he is.
you'll join us, yes? And Uther kind of nods. Sensori, can you stay here and look after things? And she kind of nods. Cog, and Cog kind of toddles over and says, yes. And she says, I need you to stay here and look after things. And help Sensori in any way she needs. And he says, alright. And I'll bring the two finest guards I have.
2? Are you sure 2?
Well, on top of her and Uther coming
It's
as
only
well.
4.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Remember,
There
there was a lot of people that sort of was on Imrith's side here, right?
Yeah, true, I guess.
Sweet. Ignis is just gonna wave, like, thank you.
So we've got 4 cloud giants, no, storm giants, sorry, with us. And Bernard's uncle and the 5. Well, I'm assuming we're going to get Sasha out of its prison again.
Well, we don't know Sasha's in prison right now, but yeah.
I'm assuming at some point we're going to discover that Sasha has got itself imprisoned.
Probably just some time out.
Gone to the bathroom, maybe.
Yeah. Thou shalt not pee
Special
on the
rates.
floor. Yeah.
I
Okay.
reckon we head back into the.
Let's go.
Yeah.
As we walk out of the throne room, do we has the puddle been cleaned up?
No.
So, as we walk past it, clearly, I think Alston Wolf would probably notice it. In fact, Wolf is probably sniffing it, going, "Oh, what's this?"
Yeah, he'd sniff it a lot.
That's
Yeah, he'd sniff it.
disgusting.
It'd be quite keen. It is disgusting. But would I be able to recognise it as being Sasha's? I mean, clearly it's not an animal, but would I recognise it as being Dragonborn? Or would I be able to identify it in any way, shape, or form if I paid attention to it?
How would you try to identify it?
Clearly, Wolf is
Taste.
any animal is walking past and just kind of sniffing it. What I'd do is I'd look at it and go, oh, that seems odd because it wasn't there before. I'm going to dip my pinky, just put my pinky into it, and obviously probably feel that it's still warm.
Oh, what's happening right
I'm
now?
like,
It's not warm anymore.
not
it's
warm
like
anymore?
it was warm.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
expect
it's
warm.
not like ice cold, but
No.
it's
Tepid.
certainly it's like
Tepid.
tepid.
So, tepid, I surely would be able to gauge by how long it's been there, because clearly we know it wasn't there when we went into the room.
I
We've
thought
been
there'd
in
be
the
puddles
room,
everywhere.
Also, Xcat is saying you can just use, speak with animals. See what Wolf has to say about.
Well, I could ask Wolf. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I've got a
Yeah,
bond with
talk
Wolf
with
anyway,
Wheeze.
I could just talk to. Yeah, and
The-
talk to Wheeze. So before I get to the point of yeah, that's definitely Dragonborn. I'll actually just sort of.
So yeah, so you know what you know right now is that it's been there for
Yeah.
maybe 15, 20 minutes
Alright.
based on the temperature.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely urine. You can with
Discern
your
that.
outstanding perception, you can discern that it wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And you've been in the throne room for roughly that period of time as well.
Right. So putting two and two together, Sasha's nowhere to be seen. There's pee on the floor. It's kind of questioning what on earth. I'm going to give Wolf a bit of a look and just sort of see if he can just give me a bit of a wolfish nod or an indication that it's Sasha or not, because clearly he can kind of gather from my thinking that I'm thinking it's probably Sasha. I just want to see
Sasha
if
well
he can
known
give me.
for weeing.
Well, he's not telepathic.
Okay, so I'll use speak with animals then, and I'll just ask him because I'm curious. I will
like-
ask him. So you've smelt it. What is it?
Who else is?
So he
Who
goes,
did it? Who did this?
Sasha.
Right, cool.
And then just licks it all up. Just
Wolf's not that bad.
It's a giant
Wolf would
weed.
dogs
Wolf
love that
would-
kind of stuff.
But being of canine persuasion or lupine actually, Wolf would probably just mark over the top of it
Oh, good. That's what we need.
because that's it's what they do, right? That's
Please.
a very kind of doggy thing to do.
Mm.
Ignis is just going to walk past Alst and his obsession with this little puddle. He's just not going to see the importance on it at all. He's just going to head back downstairs.
As Ignis walks past, I'm just going to grab him and say, "Sasha did this."
But
I
I
think,
know this wee anywhere.
I think this could mean that Sasha could be in some trouble because I don't see the guards anywhere either.
Ignis is just going to
one-
be like,
one guard is
everybody
still there.
tinkles,
One guard.
man.
yeah.
Mm.
Ignis is just like, everyone tinkles. He obviously just needed to go.
Your dog tracked down the.
Yeah.
This-
I'm just going to sort of ask Wolf to go find to take us where Sasha's been. Where
He does
Sasha
that cartoon pointer dog like bing, like points towards the rooms, and I think like I'm just gonna make it easier for you all because this could take a really long time.
I could make it
Yeah.
take a long time.
So you all arrive into the bedroom, and Sasha has been has
Is it
been
a toilet
placed in there. Has been placed in there, and there's a guard on the door who kind of motions you all in, and Sasha is just in the bedroom there.
In a puddle
Along
of
with
its own
Martin.
piss.
What did you do, Sasha?
Still pissing.
Tinkling.
Sorry, tinkling.
Sasha, explain yourself. What did you do?
He started it.
All right, so we're all pissing off giants today. Cool.
Some of us literally.
Ignis is going to be like, sometimes I wear 2 pairs of pants underneath my armor. You know, when You don't have enough time? Maybe try that?
I thought it was a customary thing for giants to spit, so I returned the favour.
So is that how Dragonborns spit?
Well, I don't spit.
Do you not have salivary glands?
I only spit out electricity, which I didn't want to harm him with.
So in your culture, it'd be quite normal just to piss on the floor.
Oh, no.
If you don't understand someone else's culture, you just respond in urine.
That was the only thing I could think of that was liquid, that I could produce it.
So we're gonna go kill a dragon, Sasha. Do you want to come?
Oh, how about Hikaton?
No, he's sweet.
Is that what Sasha's just said?
Yes.
Finn's kind of like...
You're not worried that we've just said we're going to go kill a dragon?
Why would we kill Hikaton? We just saved his life.
No, I mean, what about Hikaton? He's still with Slackrafal.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go back there. Like, he made sure we left.
He was like saying help, and he was
saying run.
Yeah.
He did say run and leave me here.
Yeah.
They were
just like go help Sarissa.
Yeah, he asked us to help Sarissa, which is
and help
this whole dragon thing that we're gonna kill.
Helping Sarissa is now killing Imrith. You remember Imrith, the blue dragon that we encountered some time ago?
All right, so I guess Hikaton might die.
Well, it's either that or all giants.
Yeah, we're choosing giant kind over Hekaton at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
How, are you going to be okay with us killing a dragon? Are you going to be able to help us kill a dragon?
I don't mind that. I just thought we had a bond with Hikaton, but okay.
Finn's just like, wait a minute, whoa. Nobody in this group has a closer bond to Hekaton than I. Okay. Sarissa out there has an even stronger bond with Hekaton than I do. And it seems to be a unanimous decision that going to Hekaton will only lead to many lives dying and almost 0% chance of actually helping. Whereas if we go to Imrith, we can actually take down and hopefully find a way to save the giants.
But we'll still have to take on Slackrafal sooner or later.
Yeah, we're kind of damaging his cause first by getting rid of Imrith. That's sort of deal with one thing that we can deal with now, and hopefully we damage the cause and bring giant kind back into order beforehand. I think that's the general plan. Small steps. We're not going into the big boss. Yeah, we're not skipping stages here.
Yeah. Should we survive the battle with Imrith, we'll only be stronger for when we do meet Slark.
You'd like to think so. And hopefully at that point they can give us the rest of the giant kind to help out, because no doubt giant kind will be back in order.
Ignis is going to settle in for the night.
Ignis is just dreaming of desert.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's got desert on the brain now.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, Sasha, rest up.
Yeah, Sasha's just going to quickly look at Bernard and just go, oh, so we're going to leave your mum and dad?
Well, yeah, it's not ideal, but I don't really know where to find them.
Once again, Sasha, it's about dealing with what we do know and what we can deal with without going on a massive wild goose chase to find Bernard's family, who could well be
like a zoo.
Like a zoo, hey. Else is just going to say, okay, look, the zoo was a bad idea. I admit that.
That's top of my priorities, and if I could do it, I would. But I don't know where to start. If we can contact my grandma, then we might be able to get some leads.
And hopefully there's things that we can learn from Imrith before she meets her demise.
Elsa's just gonna pipe up again and go, and hey, when it comes to top priorities, I've sacrificed pretty much every one of my top priorities to help giant kind. Given, my beginnings and the reason that I came on this quest, which I've only just kind of remembered.
Yeah, and my biggest concern, this is Finn speaking now, so like, my biggest concern, Sasha, is the last time we came face to face. Oh, sorry, the first time we came face to face with Imrith, you almost seemed a little buddy with her. You weren't afraid to run.
Oh, yeah,
you wanted
were
to
trying
talk.
Yeah, I remember that. You were
When
trying to
the rest of
negotiate
us
with this
were panicking in fear for our lives.
Mm.
And now you're going to be okay taking her on?
Yeah.
Can we trust you not to try and start a communication with her at inappropriate times?
Like middle of the battle or when
Yeah.
we're running for our lives.
Oh,
I
I
need to know who I need to like help out on the battlefield, and who's going to have my back.
My first method of passive combat didn't work, so I guess I will have to definitely put my arms up this time around. But my only concern with Hecaton is if one of our other party members have disappeared, and I'd hope that we'd definitely go on a rescue mission.
We discussed going back to rescue Hecaton, but it was decided that this was a better course of action for giant kind.
But yeah, if you know, if either Finn or you asked had been taken instead, will we make the same decision? That's all. That's all I'm asking.
I think I think it's a good point, and I think in general discussion, the same decision would be made. It's about saving giant kind and ergo our entire world. One person is not better than the whole world.
And maybe this could have been voiced if you hadn't have pissed on the ground and been thrown in basically jail again.
Yeah, about that. Anywho, let's get some Sadai because we need to go kill a giant, a dragon in the morning.
Yeah, Finn just retires off to one of the rooms without saying anything more.
It gets kind of late in the evening, and the sconces come on, and the any natural light filtering in through the crystalline windows begins to fade away. Anything else before the evening closes in?
I'm just going to be drawing pictures in my book of coral and things like that, and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
What's everyone else doing? Finn, you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
Sasha?
Just gonna check on Marvin, but we can go back to bed.
Okay. Alst?
Yeah, I'm crashing for the night. I'm the one that took the damage, remember?
And Igneous has already crashed. So we'll take our break there. The party rest for the night. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Alright, sounds good.
Roger that.
Soup.
I think I'm just
It's me. It's me,
I'm just-
real gold.
I'm just gonna stick with the minimalist approach. I think.
Yeah, and that's good. That's just as powerful.
Pure oust.
Hey, but at least your microphone's working this time.
Yeah, way better, thank you.
No, what is it all?
It's not quite what I had planned because I showed Regan what I had planned and it just didn't work, which was really upsetting. But you know, shit happens.
You can be
Reagan.
the audio quality guy.
Reagan, same.
It's-
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the
Looks the same.
Oh, it's not the same. Oh.
Looks the same, sounds the same. Yeah.
Okay,
It doesn't
David.
feel the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
I'm just gonna start calling you Daffod.
Definitely.
David.
It's Welsh for David, so fine.
Okay, cool, sweet. Definitely, right, cool.
If you want to say a V with an F, then that's all good by me.
I'm going to spell it with an F as well.
I would have preferred,
Two
actually, I
Fs.
would have preferred the Welsh spelling with D, because the Welsh is DAFFYD.
Yeah.
That would have been way cooler
That's
Donald.
pretty cool.
than like being the 70th David in your workplace. So, you know.
That's true.
Nah, that just sounds annoying. Sorry, what was your name? Daffod? Did you say?
Daffod.
David,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Like David. Yeah, like David.
Yeah,
but
but Welsh.
spelled way worse.
Just add a few letters in there, chuck a Y in there, and you're good.
Yeah. Is it really Welsh if it doesn't have a few extra letters? And a
Two
Y?
Ls.
Probably not. Just
Yeah,
gotta have a
yeah,
Y
yeah.
and a few Fs in there, and maybe a crazy S somewhere here and there.
Yeah,
Just Y's and F's.
pretty much.
It's pronounced David. Wives.
Probably is too. Alright, so the party, so we're back.
Oh, hi,
Do we
everyone.
want to,
Yeah,
do we
it's
want
getting
to,
nice.
is it getting dicey?
Boom. Certainly is.
About to.
Certainly.
Certainly
Reagan, are
is.
you drinking some kind of,
Well, John, you may recognize this from
Cowboy
earlier in the
products.
night.
It's milk.
It's a very hot night, and nothing quenches that hot, that humid, that disgusting heat, and the sweat that is upon my brow better than a cool glass of milk.
milk was
Is
a
it
poor
full- is it-
choice. It's
is it
so hot.
Is it full cream or is it the cheapened version of
I think
milk?
Joe bought the milk this week, and it's like light blue. That's not the good stuff.
Oh,
I like
it's practically water.
I like the green stuff is basically water, but I like
Oh,
the
yeah, true.
silver top. I want to know. I
Yeah,
want some of it
full
to
cream.
stay in my beard afterwards. Pick
Full
out
cream.
the little yellow chunks of cream.
Alright, now you've been a bit gross, but okay.
It is hot today though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wait,
feel for you, Reese.
You missed it.
Talking to the guy in full armor.
You
Missed
missed.
the ice cream.
Yeah, I was gonna say you missed it, John. He took off his helmet and just poured the ice cream under his helmet and put it
Yeah.
back on, just to cool down.
It's gonna start dribbling down his forehead. So.
I just saw Rose as I was like mincing about out in the kitchen, and she hugged, mincing about.
Alright.
She hugged me and she was like, "Are you wearing nothing under those robes?" And I was like, "Yeah,
It's hot.
it's hot."
There we go.
Getting Dicey goes
Look at
X-rated.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
awesome.
It is after 9,
We're-
so.
Shit, the
We're
viewers are
talking
gonna
about
go,
ice cream under
"Whoa."
armor. We go,
damn.
whoa!
Hey, all right.
There's my green screen.
Oh, it's time for Mark to bring out the guns as well.
Yeah. Where's your
we need one of
your
your
tank
tank
top?
tops, Mark.
The
yeah.
tank top, lounging around in your tank top.
look.
Oh no.
A bit of nip
I
slip
haven't
here
had
and
any
there.
stars in a while.
We haven't had the nip slip for a while.
What nips for subs?
Nip
The
slip.
subs.
Nip for subs? Oh, for subs? I reckon
Yeah.
we could do that. If you guys want to see Mark's nips, just subscribe. 99 cents. Or something.
just don't do it right now.
We get it sent privately to your email. Yeah.
Dollar signs going flying through the door.
Mm.
Alrighty, travel us
I
to a
would have paid
desert.
$1 just for that.
Wow, worth $1.
Oh, and we've got 30 subscribers. No.
Those nips are on their way to you right now.
Yeah.
All right, so the party wakes up fully rested from their slumber. It's the morning. You've got the gentle bubbling of that is just omnipresent in Maelstrom. what would you like to do?
Ignis is just gonna crack his neck and be like, "All right, let's kill some dragons."
Yeah,
Not
when
Marvin.
Yeah.
Other dragons.
I feel my spell slots revive. and there wasn't
Yeah.
many left.
Finn is feeling very lucky right now, which is good. Bernard, are you going to be okay with us, with what we're doing? Are you all right?
Instead of going to my parents,
Yeah.
well, when we asked about finding Slakwathal again, there was no way of knowing, apparently, because he owns the deep water. We need some way to draw him back out again.
But we know that your parents are with Thultz,
Yeah.
and we know that Thultz was in Luskin.
Yes. Yeah. Although we didn't find much. Oh no, we did find evidence of that one guy, actually, didn't we?
Of him at that brothel.
And the things that he does in his spare time.
The squid business.
Squid business.
Oh my God. He takes it literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying if you wanted us to stop off in Luskin for a little bit just to see if there's any hint before we head off to fight Imrith. Now's the time to.
I think we should. I don't want another zoo.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to that zoo. They know me now.
But
I've done enough damage there.
I don't know. I would assume that the guy has gone underground because he's been found. That would be my guess. But we need, if we can get Slakwathal himself, then I bet that Thult's power will just fade. Because he's like, I'm guessing he's like a cleric or something for the Kraken god, and then his power should melt.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
So let's do it by stages. They've been missing for a couple of years, and
what's another week gonna do? Let's kill the dragon.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And we couldn't even fight that Thulth guy.
No.
Yeah, like Slakwathal was well out of our league right now.
Yeah. So
He's
let's go
just-
take on an ancient dragon. Cool.
Sasha's just going to pipe up for a second. Just say, hey, has anyone considered the fact that there might be multiple dragons that we might have to face? Multiple ancient dragons as well as other.
Piece of cake, we've got this.
It could
We've
be.
got four
Storm
giants with
Giants
us.
Do we have any kind of dragon fighting abilities?
We've got a couple of we've got a couple of javelins with its name on it.
Yeah, we're good. We got this.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard of TPK?
Let's try it out.
Yeah, let's give it a go. If anything, it'll be worth it.
But we don't have anything specific. You don't know any weaknesses of a blue dragon? Are they lightning?
These are ancient blue dragons as well, so
Lightning based, so presumably ice.
Is this from
Pokemon
Pokemon?
matchups.
Okay.
Or
But
Monster Hunter.
can we ask maybe some tips or something before we go? I mean, these guys are enemies of dragons, right? They should know.
Sasha is a dragon born, so is there some knowledge that Sasha has that Mark might not know about? Or that Mark does know about?
What would I know as a character via John? About other blue dragons.
As far as blue dragons.
Hmm.
Well, you yourself are actually a blue-ish, greyish, silverish dragon. So very similar to yourself.
Okay. So what are your weaknesses, Sasha?
Bladder control.
Hey, that was a mistaken I thought it was a customary.
Yeah.
I just mistook. We can leave it behind us now.
Yeah. Okay, but what are your weaknesses?
Why you did it? It was a good idea. But yeah.
So you're all
assuming
kind of
nothing
sitting
else.
around in the bunks and in the rooms, kind of debating, like how you're going to approach this dragon situation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ignis is keen to go. We'll just find out when we get there.
I mean, they must have some weaknesses, because I know from some creatures, like you have to have silvered weapons to even damage them.
Right.
I mean, because I know about Arcana and stuff, I must know about the basics of like some monsters are weak and some to.
Bernard, the words you were saying are going well above our heads. None of us even really know of magic.
You ever heard of cold forged steel, silvered weapons? I just want to ask these giants. If you guys don't know,
they'll know. The giants will know.
Okay.
So you guys head upstairs, head into the main like throne room chamber again, where Sarissa, Sensori, and Uther are waiting, along with another two of the storm giants, and Sarissa says, "All right, is everybody? Are we ready?"
Just need that potion, please.
Ah, yes, of course. So Sarissa hands out 3 potions. Who's taking those?
I'm gonna take one and offer one to Finn.
Finn's already got one, so he's okay.
Okay. Who else is grabbing it?
Are we gonna see? Is Dave frozen, or is he just being very still? No, he's frozen.
Awful.
Oh,
There we go.
while Alistair's thinking about it, Igneous is gonna take another one.
Why not?
I don't want to be big. Gross.
All right, Sasha's happy to take one.
Cool.
Okay. And then Sarissa kind of kneels down towards you, Finn, and has this kind of handmade, like halfling-sized cloak, and she wraps it around your shoulders and kind of pins it with this brooch thing, like right across your front, and it's like the shape of a dragon's claw.
Okay.
And this is the dragon's claw rune. Let me just bring up what it does.
Igneous is gonna be like, cool raincoat, Finn.
Sorry, claw of the worm rune.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
This dragon's claw has been covered with a coat of molten silver, upon which has been inscribed the worm rune. The claw has the following properties. Worm Slayer. As an action, you can point the claw at a dragon within 30 feet of you. The dragon must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or gain vulnerability to all damage types until the end of your next turn. This property can be used 3 times, and it regains all expended uses at the next dawn. Worm Shield. While the claw is displayed on your person, you have resistance to the damage caused by any dragon's breath weapon. Worm Lord.
Come on.
You can transfer the claw's magic to a place by tracing the worm rune on the ground with your finger. The point where you trace it becomes the center of a spherical area of magic that has a 100-foot radius and is fixed to the place. The transfer takes 8 hours of work that requires the claw to be within 5 feet of you. At the end, the claw is destroyed.
Wow. Okay. So what's it called? Sorry, the worm rune.
Claw of the worm rune. I've just posted the stats in the chat for you.
Okay, cool.
Wow,
I'm just trying.
nice.
I'm trying to find that on D&D Beyond, but I'm not sure I can.
It might not exist.
You probably have to buy like
Yeah.
the Storm King's Thunder book.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
So she kind of pins that around your shoulders and says,
I just paste that stuff in the notes.
Yeah.
May this protect you.
As she's sort of connecting it to the cloak, Finn's just going to put his tiny little hand, just on like the side of her hand, and just be like, and basically just kind of be just in that moment of sort of a look, but sharing a look between himself and her, and just sort of stay silent.
Oh, touching.
Yeah,
Literally.
literally touching.
Yeah, literally.
You
I had one
you see a small smile creep across her face before she kind of moves away.
Nice. Cool.
That sounds pretty bloody good, but we don't know that that's what it does, right? Do you know what that's what it does? She tell you that?
She says that hopefully this can prove useful in the battle to come.
Okay.
Doesn't give you any hints on what it does? Or?
So yeah, I think Finn would know that he can use the abilities.
Yeah, cool.
I think if I wouldn't know that. I'm just wondering, like, it seems to give the impression that they have immunities to things, and that it makes one of the powers is to make them not immune to everything.
Yeah, so I think you roll Arcana.
Okay.
Or talk to Finn.
Yeah.
Well, Finn
right.
sorry, I should say Finn doesn't know like the actual mechanics of how that works. He just knows that it's possible to use this to deal more damage to a dragon and to protect himself from a dragon.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Finn's gonna. This is just very much out of character right now. There'll be moments where Finn suddenly realizes the powers that he's got on this thing. That's how I'm gonna be playing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I rolled a 7, plus 9, so I got a
Plus 9 is
16.
really good.
Yeah.
So I think you know quite a lot about this cloak, this brooch that's kind of pinning the two sides of the cloak together. So you know that it's kind of made of ancient dragon, and it's used. You kind of know basically what Finn knows. You can use it to make your attacks more effective against dragons, and you can use it to protect yourself from dragons.
Right. So, would I know what's effective against a blue dragon, or like what's doesn't affect the blue dragon?
Not based on what you know about the item here.
Yeah.
But feel free to talk to Sarissa.
Yeah, I'd be happy. I'm going to ask Sarissa if she knows about blue dragons and what we're up against. If anything we attack them with is even going to hurt it, or.
And just before you answer that, I just want to say a big thank you to Randy. Randy, you followed us, and thank you so much. I like to think it was the idea of a giant storm giant and a small halfling having sex that made you decide to follow us. So thank you.
Is that what happened? I missed that part.
I read that conversation.
Laughing. What, did it happen in the past?
Well, who knows? Who knows? They did spend summers together.
Ignis is just going to mention to Bernard that we did manage to injure Imrith a little bit last time. So we know we can injure it with conventional weaponry.
It was just normal swords and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
She's pretty tough, but we can do damage.
So Sarissa says to you all, well, unfortunately our lightning and thunder will not work well against Imrith. As storm giants, we're, I guess, at a natural disadvantage. Although, similarly, her lightning and thunder will not work against us. So, you may consider us evenly matched.
Is that
No lightning arrows oust.
only problem?
Yeah, that's annoying, but
You've still
I've got
got
other tricks.
You've still got
It
fire
seems-
and ice.
It seemed
I've
to
still
have
got
trouble
fire
with
and ice, and
dragon as well. It seemed like the lightning didn't do, like, immune to it.
yeah. I could
So
probably
we don't
fire a lightning arrow at Sasha and it wouldn't have any effect, but
We could try.
it'd be fun.
So we don't need any special weapons like normal weapons. I take it. Okay.
I think so. Who got the potions of giant size? Just out of curiosity. I know Ignis got. You got 2.
Do you want one oust?
Did you? I do want one. Sasha, did you take one?
Here you go.
Yeah, I was thinking of giving it to Marvin actually.
Shots.
That'd
I'm
be
just
pretty
going to
cool.
note down that.
So Ignis is gonna pass one over to Oust.
Shot, brother.
Ignis is just gonna be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Kill.
Let's go
big
kill a dragon.
Cool.
dragon.
Sasha's just gonna quickly ask Sensory, do you guys have any special items or weapons that you use against dragons apart from this giant potion you've given us? Because this
Sensory
isn't the
said-
first time you faced them.
Well, you were here the last time that we faced Imrith. But typically, although we are enemies, we wouldn't engage in open combat. This is a bit of a different scenario though. This is Imrith has started this. We don't have, apart from what we've provided, we don't have anything specific to help slay dragons.
Do you know anything about this desert? What the desert's called?
Yeah, so this is the desert of Anurok. It was once a verdant land. Its northernmost, it's despite being a desert, it's very cold. This frost-rimed rock and black glacier that kind of surrounds the desert, and farther south lies the very dry plain of the Standing Stones.
Okay. And do you know if she has like a fortress or anything like that in this desert?
We believe her lair is underneath the enormous amphitheater that you see in front of the pool in front of you, motioning towards the scrying pool again. And you see kind of row after row of sort of seating, and these kind of statues laid around the place, and an enormous kind of giant, like much larger than any other giants, that has been toppled over.
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Cool. So if you all follow Sarissa down behind the throne room back into the room where she was kind of teleporting people out previously, in there you'll find Imperator Uther, a pair of storm giants, as well as Sarissa, and she's kind of summoning this portal and making it ready for everybody to jump through. What would people like to do?
Ignis is just gonna prep for battle.
Yeah, Alce is just going to give Uther a bit of a kind of a nod. Nice of you to show up, sort of thing. So I'm still egging on that he's a bit of a coward. I want to fire him up, just get him in to go full on berserker. So I'm just going to give him a bit of a nod and a wink to say nice, nice of you to show.
Please don't murder Oust.
No, it's going to be a competition. I'm going to start a giant and a elf competition on how many dragons we kill.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a total thing.
Are they dropping us off really close or far away?
So I think they will try to get you as close as we possibly can to the amphitheater.
Okay. Cool. Right, I'm gonna jump in the hole. Is it a pool or
It's like a portal that
on the wall?
Sarissa opens. As in yeah, so she's kind of weaving magics over the top of it. It's just a portal, and you can't necessarily see through it, but it's just kind of this bright blue plane, similar to what you went through when you came to Maelstrom.
Right. Well, I was panicked last time, so I didn't have a good look at it. This time I'm going to gingerly pop my face through it. Well, first fingers and then, you know, put my fingers through and then run my face. And...
You feel a tug on each appendage and each body part that is kind of somewhat put through it, and you just. Whoa.
Okay.
And assuming you don't resist it, you'll be pulled through.
Yeah, no, I'm going with it.
Okay.
So
Everybody else?
first.
Give me a little tug.
Yeah, Elsa's just going to follow through and as I step through, I'm going to give Uther a bit of a look. Come on, let's go.
Igneous, upon seeing this magic, is just going to scoop up some dirt of courage, and he's just going to close his visor and walk backwards through the portal so he doesn't have to see it.
That's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Sarissa's coming with us, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so Finn's just going to sort of like look up to Sarissa and sort of steady himself. He's just going to pull out his potion of giant size. He's just going to look up at Sarissa, puts it back into his little pouch, and just sort of darts off into the portal.
Okay.
Alright. Sasha's just gonna give Marvin a quick pat, jump on, and just ride through head first.
Cool. That's everyone, yeah?
And all pets. Yeah, Alpha and Beta are coming along.
Gerardo.
And Gerardo.
I love how the pet's afterthought.
I didn't hear... yeah. Pretty much. Finn's got his mind on other things right now.
Still
Actually,
haven't learned.
That's why I mentioned Marvin.
let me just grab Alpha and Beta.
Cool.
It's a pity we didn't get potions of giant strength as well. Well, actually, have to think about it. Reagan and Reese, your character, anyway, but
Yeah, we've got the
rest
belts.
of us aren't. Yeah, the rest of us aren't.
We could have taken the giant
Because
crab.
giant
with us.
size just makes you the size, right?
Yeah. Doesn't boost your stats at all, just
But
your
you
height.
You
Same
can't
stats.
be like the strength of a hobbit and have a body the size of a giant.
Yeah,
You couldn't-
exactly. That's what will happen.
But that's why I've got the belt.
You'll
That's why
be
I've
a-
got the belt of giant
Yeah.
strength
You will
as
just
well.
be a big weakling when you take the
You couldn't
potion.
even lift your own arms.
That's a good point.
Cast a
That's a
spell.
good point.
Yeah, you'd collapse under your own weight.
Become like a quadriplegic giant.
And then like an hour later, you just like shrink back, a broken mess of a man.
After jumping through the bright blue portal, you feel yourself kind of pulled towards a certain direction with all your being, and you appear in a sort of cold, very bright, very bland desert. Adventurers, your long
sandy
journey.
desert?
It's a sandy desert.
Oh,
You're
we've got the
gone.
mood lighting on.
Oh, do we?
Ooh.
Yep, looks like it.
So you
Fine.
can't see anything really?
You can see something
Oh.
near the bottom, and that's about it.
Okay.
I can see us, but I imagine it's going to cause Sasha some problems.
I can't see anything.
Oh, I can see
Oh,
it.
no, I can see stuff.
You can see everything.
Yeah, I can see
it's-
everything.
It's fixed it now.
Sort of bottom left-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your long
wow.
journey
You
ends
jumped
here.
in 20s there. Oh, what?
In the desert, a churning cauldron of black clouds fills the sky, and thunder peals and lightning flashes. Half buried in the cold dunes is a crumbling amphitheater adorned with statues, many of them broken, and the rest worn smooth by wind and sand. Two large trebuchets stand atop the ruins, where cheers once rang out across a great city. Now a solemn fortress stands before you, waiting for you to draw near.
Woo!
Whoa.
Mm.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting that all the heights and everything. What are these big stars? Are they pillars?
Those are large statues. They look like some sort of gargoyle-esque creature.
Great.
Yeah.
Can we see any signs of life around here? Anyone that's inhabited this place recently?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Perception.
Igneous is just going to use his best shouty voice and be like, "Dragon! We're here to kill you!"
Shh! Agnes. Surprise is now gone, I guess, given he's just shouted that we're here.
An 11. I rolled a 10 plus 1.
10 plus 1. You can see smoke rising off far to the east.
Okay. I'll point to it and say, "Hey guys, see that smoke? I guess it looks like it's coming from behind a building or something. Is this a big building?"
Yeah, I think with like an 11, you just see smoke rising in the distance.
Yeah.
Whether it's coming from behind a building or.
But there's this building here, right?
Yeah. You can see a building beside you.
Yeah, I'll just point towards the building and say, like, "There's smoke over there."
Just check it out, eh?
Is there
Else
anything?
sees smoke, else wants to find out.
Is there anything else of notice? Anything else that we should? I don't know. That's other than these gargoyles atop these things, these trebuchets. Are there any tracks in the sand, or is there anything of? I don't know.
Do you want me to have a quick scout around and see if I can?
Yeah.
Like me and Wolf can just do a bit of a quick scout around and see what we can see.
Yeah.
Just
that
around
might
the
be an
general
idea.
area without getting too far in. So just kind of, I guess, looking in the like not too far up to where the archers are, kind of generally having a look here and there around the corner, just having a quick sort of scout, see if I can see any tracks or obvious indications that Imrith might be in the near vicinity. And paying attention to the smoke that Bernard is seeing. I just want to see if I can suss out anything more obvious than just oh look, there's smoke over there. See if I can understand what things are going on.
Go ahead and roll perception.
That was a 14. That was rolled.
It was.
So I think with the 14, it's very hard to tell whether or not a dragon or anything else has been through here. You notice that there's like kind of wind whipping through all the time, and there's this. But what you do notice is this enormous kind of dark thunderstorm overhead that seems to be kind of casting light whenever it kind of flares up across it, and it stretches for many miles in all directions.
Okay.
I just need to pop off for literally about 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, good.
Be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk
We can
strategies
have a
then.
quick chat.
Yeah.
Huddle about
dear.
what we want to do.
I guess from here we can see an enormous statue. Was that mentioned with the description?
We saw that through the puddle.
Oh, right. That's pretty
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
And has anyone seen the movie Dune?
I haven't.
I know
Let's-
of it.
Yeah, I know of
I
it.
have-
I played the game though.
Dune, yeah, Battle for
During
Arrakis.
2000s.
Oh,
I
Dune
can't-
is
June 2000 was good.
Oh, sorry. Arrakis. You're right.
on the Mega Drive. I had that.
Are you gonna use that as your background?
You should actually.
Look at these. Look at these big, like worm things. Big statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, those one.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
Dune
pretty-
was-
I have a feeling those statue things are going to come to life at some point.
The ones with tokens, yeah, I think they probably will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
given they have
Yeah.
tokens on them, I'm just looking at like
That's right.
that's a setup for those gargoyles to come to life at some point.
Mm.
Let's go kill them.
Well, have you guys ever gargoyle?
Hmm?
Campaign?
Us as characters, no.
No, us as characters wouldn't know they're anything other than statues.
Don't know much
They're
about it.
statues, but given the whole place is in ruins and the statues are standing kind of together and everything's been blown around, they do kind of seem to stand out a bit as being a bit odd.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because like the same.
Yeah, Arcana maybe, and you knew about that sort of crazy magic shit.
They're also much smaller statues, so they may have been, protected in comparison to something massive.
And often they'll just look like ruins anyway, because their whole thing is about camouflage, so they wouldn't look like pristine.
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't look like tokens.
I think
You'll notice the big stars there.
I think we know that they're more than that, but the characters don't. I'd say.
No. But the big cloud overhead is probably a bit disconcerting.
Yeah.
Like the end of the clusters. Well, and there's these I know we can't see it, but by the fire there's like large D20s surrounding the fire.
Oh right. They
Oh
look like
wow, there are
tents,
two.
aren't they?
Yeah. I think they might be tents, aren't they?
Well, they could be giant D20s.
Yeah. John, did anyone react to Ignis's shout?
Go ahead and roll perception.
If you roll more than 14, I'll be so
That'd
unhappy.
be hilarious.
Oh.
Not that you can
Oh,
tell.
the dice just have a funny way. How do you do that?
What were you looking for?
That was a 2, by the way, for
Yeah.
anyone watching.
Yeah.
So Ignis is just going to stomp forward. Like, let's go.
Does this over here? Does this look like a tunnel, an entrance into below the amphitheater?
The little archway.
Yes, in front of you stands an archway that kind of leads under the amphitheater.
Okay.
Finn's just going to sort of walk up to Sasha and Uther and be like, what do you guys know of this place?
Nothing apart from the general layout up here.
Okay.
To the
Helpful.
east there's camp around the top. There are statues, and
You don't know what this place was once for?
it was once inhabited by civilization, but that's long since passed.
I'm going to ask the giants from your high vantage point. Can you see anything that I might miss? Can you see over this building here?
They can't see over the building.
Is it like a tall building?
Yeah, it's at least as tall as the eye level.
Can I maybe get a piggyback or like a shoulder ride?
Turn into a bird.
Can't you
and
just
check
turn
it
into
out.
a bird and find someone to see something?
I want to show off in front of
Yeah, you do.
how they feel about it.
Your whole thing is showing off.
I didn't notice the background. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a fantastic background.
Shit, yeah.
I didn't even give you any notice about
Oh,
it.
nice.
That's about the only background I've got as well.
Nice.
Ignis is going to continue to stomp off towards the little cave.
Okay.
Come on, guys!
I guess we're following him then.
Yeah, should we be following Ignis? Like, you're the ranger here, Oust.
Well, I suspect we should just follow him for his own safety, but as far as I can tell, there's not a lot else I can kind of determine what's going on.
He knows about dirt.
I'm saying
And
we follow the dirt man and just sort of stick with him.
Okay,
The
so-
only thing I would say
Because
is
he was gonna
like
make a bit
there's
of noise.
obviously signs of life over there. So
Yeah, I'd like to go look at the camp
Beware.
as well, or the smoke as well at some point. But let's follow Ignis for now.
yeah, I'm in.
At the conversation of people being around here, Ignis is just going to turn around and be like, well, we could go and ask them what's happening around here, or we could kill them.
I reckon we should. Yeah, I think we should see if there is anything behind this big building, or at least check out maybe the middle of this amphitheater.
I'm getting bad vibes from the amphitheater, to be honest.
I'm getting bad vibes just in general right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a no to the shoulder ride.
One of the storm giants kind of motions and says, "Yep, hop on up."
Awesome. Can my uncle come? My cool uncle.
He's like, "Yeah, sure."
All aboard.
I won't even know.
All right.
Yes. This is the tallest I've ever been.
I'm just gonna tap Igneous on the shoulder and say, "Hey, let's go check out the smoke."
Yep, agreed.
There might be something over there for you to kill.
Igneous is keen. He's
At least
heading
that
up
way
in
we
that
don't have to
direction.
go into a dark hole.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Finn's just gonna sort of tag along behind you guys.
Catch up, Finn. Come on.
All right.
Get those little legs moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone heading in that direction?
Yep.
Guess so.
Okay. Bernard and Gerardo riding atop the storm giants.
Yes.
You head over and you find a makeshift
Actually, it's not so
camp
close.
with three tents. Inside of each tent, you find an empty bedroll.
Oh, that's useful. Can I tell how long, if the bedroll has been used recently, or if it looks like does the camp look like it's been accommodated recently?
Yeah, go ahead and roll survival.
Yeah,
Now
good
we're
man.
talking.
It's if it works. Don't be too excited.
What'd you roll?
Beautiful.
25. How's that?
The
Best roll of the
bedroll.
night.
Yeah, based on like the smoldering of the campfire, you can tell that this has been used recently, as in probably today.
Okay.
And you can also spot some kind of wavy tracks leading away from the campsite.
Okay. Can I see or get any hint as to who or what might have been here? Like, what kind of creatures would have been camping here?
Yeah, so you see a wavy line, which you would assume is some sort of serpentine creature,
Okay.
and you also see 8 sets of footprints.
Okay. So I'll let the team know that, okay, so people have been here, or creatures have been here or camped here in the last 24 hours. Some of them seem to be serpentine in nature, and I'm guessing, would I say there's been four two-feeted people, bipedal people, creatures? Is that what I'm kind of working on? With 8 footprints or 8 tracks?
8 sets.
8 sets of tracks. Okay, so there's 8 other sets of track here.
Four snake people, mate. 2 8-legged people.
Yeah, a snake person, or a snake of some kind, or a serpent of some kind, and
Human
8
centipede.
other bipedal
Or was it
people.
4 snake?
Was it one?
Okay, now you just guessing.
16
No,
legged?
was it 4 snake
Like
people?
you
Was it one snake?
can see 8 sets of tracks,
Yeah.
plus
So 8
also
separate
one
sets of
one
tracks.
wavy line.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's
we're
hard
going
to know
with
how many
9
feet
creatures.
are in each set of tracks, but
Yeah. So there's 8 sets of tracks here. One's definitely a serpentine kind of creature.
Are the tracks coming to here, or
And they're-
where are they gone?
they're
Yeah,
heading
can
away from there, and they're heading towards this entrance here.
Nice. So they've gone that way.
Oh,
Igneous is going to
Hardy
shout
time.
out again. And
Igneous, where are you
Well,
going?
Come on, oh my God,
Shh.
He's not.
Igneous, do you have to do that?
Yes, Finn's gonna be like, hey, you know how I'm really quiet and I can get really high damage. I can get in there and really get.
What, Finn?
We can if we can surprise them, then there's a chance we can do even more damage to them. Huh?
I bet they'd be surprised to see Igneous.
Yeah, that's true.
Igneous is going to nod like he understands. He'll be like, Okay, I'll draw them out.
Oh my god! All
And
right.
he's just gonna like bang on a shield, and he's just gonna hit up here by himself. Come out, stupid dragon lady.
Oh man,
We're buggered.
we are.
And he's gonna have a peek in
We're,
this little
we're
hole here.
so much trouble.
What can Igneous see down this tunnel?
Sorry, I'm just checking it out.
Is there any point in yelling at Ignis and telling him to shut up?
He'd probably love you. Yelling.
That's up to Igneous, really.
Yeah.
Does that defeat the purpose of him actually yelling and being quiet, yelling at him and telling him to be quiet?
Is this a really quiet landscape, or really like is there wind and
There's
stuff
wind.
going on?
There's lightning and thunder above you, but other than that, it's eerily quiet.
So the lightning and thunder sounds like it's far away. Or...
It's above and far away. It stretches for miles around you, but
Right.
it
This is
is
normal.
directly above you. So Igneous, you see a set of stairs that lead down. So you can't see any, like apart from, like where the stairs descend. You can't see anything beyond that by standing outside.
Okay. Igneous is going to turn back to the group and be like, "There's stairs!"
Okay, all
And
right.
he's going to carry on.
We're pretty much standing beside you, Ignis. There's no need to yell. Where are you going?
Just going to check out the middle of this big dirt hole here,
Man.
which he's pretty keen on this big dirt hole. He's just going to
How about
bolt
we
up to
just
it and
let
have a look.
Ignis run around until we find the dragon?
I know,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
seems to be just going to happen.
He's feeling pretty
Well,
comfortable in this terrain.
Finn-
He's quite happy to keep the battle
Well,
on.
Yeah.
While Ignis is doing that, Finn's just gonna sort of like jump into one of these like tents and have a quick scour for anything, any
Have a knack.
possible, any sort of loot.
Go ahead and roll investigation, Finn.
Crit fail with a 2.
Oh dear. Here we go.
so
The
you
first one of
come
the
Oh
across-
wait, whoa, sorry, halfling
Can't
luck.
crit fail because you're a halfling.
Halfling luck. Sorry, let's do that one more time.
Ah,
Ones do not exist for a halfling. How about that 4? I got
It's a 4 though, so it's almost
That's
the same.
You come across a few stones and things that you think may be of value, and you feel compelled to put them in your pocket.
Okay, all right. Let's put some of those in my
Might be of value to Ignis.
Okay, cool.
John, can Igneous hop in this hole? Or is
Yeah.
it...
So this enormous hole in front of you is open to an area below. It's very dark down there. The only light is kind of coming from up here. As
Well, Igneous,
the
don't jump
lightning
in.
flashes above you, you kind of see a little bit about what's down there, but it's incredibly hard to see.
Okay.
It's a massive
Upon
hole.
seeing
It's like
a hole underground, Igneous is super keen to get in there. Does it look like I could jump down safely or not?
Roll survival.
It has been a long time since I've put my head in my hands with what Igneous is. It used to be a every session, but it's been a while.
it's been a while since Ignis has had the chance to do
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
shit.
Um,
Oh god, he's jumping in the hole.
it seems moderately safe. Like it's sand, so it's probably okay.
oh, did you roll? Oh, you rolled a 9.
Yeah, rolled a 9. Okay, sweet.
He's jumping in the hole.
So Igneous is just going to yell back to the group like the responsible guy he is. I'm just going to check down here.
Oh shit!
You're the best, Igneous.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
We'll
we'll
do
go
Should we
back
make this
to
down?
we'll go to what the rest of the group wants to do.
Finn hearing that is just gonna just bolt for the edge of this thing, because he understands the dangers that are sort of like in this area, and he understands that maybe Igneous doesn't.
Okay.
And he's just sort of like looking down for Igneous and calling out for Igneous.
Okay, and what's the rest of the party doing?
I'm gonna run over. I want to tell the giant that I'm on. So let's go, because I think that Igneous has got a good sense about this terrain.
Okay.
I trust him.
Sasha.
Gonna look at sensory and the sensory. Well, you for one, the other two, and just figure out if they're gonna go follow or not, or if they know where to go.
So are you asking them that?
Yeah, sort of looking, but then if they don't react, then just asking, hey, what should we do? Should we be heading towards where you think Imrith is, or should we go down where
I think we should make
Igneous
sure.
has gone to?
I think we should make sure that Finn and Igneous are all right. Is what Sarissa says.
Okay.
We
Sasha
should
will
not.
run
We should
towards that
not get
direction.
separated here.
No, that's a definite thing. Alistair's kind of loath to follow Igneous underground, but he's also worried that Finn is standing on the edge of this on the edge of this thing, and if he falls, it's going to be quite dangerous. So Wolf and I are not going to rush, but we are going to make our way towards the edge of that hole, and hopefully Igneous isn't now pancaked on the bottom of the yeah.
So everybody's heading.
Yeah.
Towards there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As everybody heads down, you notice as you enter the center of the amphitheater, all of these incredibly lifelike statues dotted around the amphitheater begin to break free of their
they come to life. Igneous, you.
And they begin loading the trebuchets and kind of diving down towards the party. As some of you jump into the hole, the people who have said that they have, the people who have not said they have, remain up top, and that is where we'll leave it for the evening. As a set of gargoyles, is 20, 30-ish gargoyles.
Yes.
Dive towards.
I followed Igneous, just for the record.
So you followed Igneous?
Yeah. Well, and I wanted the giant to follow.
So who else jumped in?
Igneous jumped in, and the giant and Bernard jumped in. Everyone else is standing at the edge.
Right.
At this point.
Okay. Ooh, all right.
I wonder, did anyone notice that John mentioned the trebuchets when he gave us the description of the amphitheater?
Yeah, I did hear him mention it.
And no one was concerned about these.
It's an abandoned amphitheater.
Know what a trebuchet is.
Player, you can't just
catapult.
Yes, Igneous doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh God, we are.
Let's go kill the things.
Oh, anyway, thanks everybody for watching again. And I think we'll be back on Monday at 7:30. I think Reese might be a little late this time on Monday. Is that right? Maybe half an hour late?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all good. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. Feel free to follow us here. Give us a follow and set the notifications to on, and you'll be alerted when we go live next, which should be next Monday. We've added I forgot to mention at the start, we have added some extra little commands if you get lost as well. So feel free to run those if you have just joined us and want to know what we're doing, if for some reason you don't know. Follow the Twitter, follow John's Twitter, my Twitter, Dave's Instagram. Too friendly at the end there, the little nice little tiny little gnome man.
An amazing little gnome man.
Too friendly on all social media. Easily. Have you seen any stream with a puppet for a host? That's amazing.
I think they're everywhere.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit around a little bit and just talk about the session. So feel free to do the same and chat away while we do so.
Hey Finn, just a question on the stream thing.
Yes.
Have you noticed that Bernard's stat points for D&D Beyond, you have to scroll across. Like, is that actually intentional done, or can you not just fit them on the side there? Or is that just a screen thing?
I think if you go full screen...
Full screen changes it?
I think so. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, full screen changes it.
I just see
does.
his.
Oh, yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah.
Just the way it happens.
I just see his normally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has the 6.
Oh, I don't. I only see the top 4. I don't see Bernard at the bottom. But that's okay.
It might be like a screen size thing.
Yeah,
it's a screen size
totally
thing.
is.
So just clicked.
John
All good.
rocking the 4K monitor, is he?
Yeah.
Nah, just the
Layout.
iMac,
Oh, yeah, nice.
like a big iMac. It's an old one though, so it's not 5K or anything.
Ah, right. So, Sasha, are you going to hang around, or Mark, are you going to hang around for a couple of minutes to talk about the events in Maelstrom?
How poked we are.
What do you mean?
Your genitals.
The derobing and squatting on the Maelstrom floor. I'd love to, as a player, understand what happened there.
So as a player, seeing a giant spit and, just not being super familiar with all giant customary traits, I thought, he's done it towards me. He must be, maybe that's some people's wave, that's some people's high fives.
So Sasha's thought process was
to try and follow suit in what seemed to be the most natural way possible, since I didn't want to use my frost breath. Electric breath.
So Sasha sees a giant produce some kind of watery thing, spit, and you decide, oh yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
I didn't see his antagonization. I saw it more as, they're doing something to me. I better reciprocate.
Okay.
So in Dragonborn culture, it would be associated for, like, doing that would be a sign of, like, something good?
No, it was very like, it was like one of those things where if you've seen Ali G in the house and you go, he was about to, there was that building place and you're like, just drop a brick or lay a brick.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, really? All right. So it didn't know if it was the right or wrong thing to do, but it was like, well, it's done it at me. I may as well try to do something then.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't like I'm trying to piss you off. I'm just following suit.
I thought it would have been like, hey, you spit at me, I do the spit at you.
Nah,
Dragonborn spit at you.
Yeah. I think, okay. That clears it up. Like, if you'd said, like, Sasha's confused and doesn't know what this means and decides to, I don't know. It just seemed...
I did not expect the LED in the house reference, though.
Because it was like no one else had got that treatment. So I was like, well, I wonder if I should just ignore it, or if I should act on it. So I did.
Surely Sasha knows though that giants don't like dragons. We've had the discussion kind of previously when Sasha was put in prison because you were a dragon and you weren't to be trusted.
And so it was clearly an antagonizing move. They would have been looking disgusting.
It's kind of like me hassling Finn early on and having issues with little people and basically finally getting over it. But yeah.
Maybe Sasha's a bit autistic.
Yeah, that's
can't read expressions, especially giant ones.
Yeah, because Dragonborn would have completely different facial structures. They can't probably read other people's signals.
I think reading tones would be easier than reading facial expressions for a Dragonborn.
Tones, like sound.
Like actual sounds and stuff.
Because your face is quite lizard-like, eh?
So there's probably not much to give away.
Right.
Is he blue?
What?
Is he blue? Or is that blue?
Yeah, bluish grey.
Right.
Bit of silver. Don't know how that got there, but somewhere.
We haven't actually identified what colour Sasha is. So...
Changes in the light.
Yeah, it's a greyish blue that changes.
Greyish blue that kind of
Especially if you're underwater, under the sea.
Basically, just disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I should have been more clear, as in like Sasha was confused, unknowing if that was customary or a sign of standing off and then reacted in that way. But it would have made more sense for everyone as a whole instead of being a bit subtle about it.
The other
Or
thing,
unsubtly subtle.
like Sasha could actually like ask as well.
What's that mean? Yeah.
Would you like me to defecate on your hallway?
Yeah.
Like, although I was here 2 weeks ago with my compatriots, and
Yeah.
didn't see any of that defecation going on.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Do you want to say, bro? John did say the end of the journey, so I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know if
The
there was
end of
flavor
us or
text.
the end?
That was clearly a hint to jump down the hole, right?
Yeah, like totally jump down the hole in the middle of an amphitheater. That just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Ignis is all about the dirt, man. He's keen to get amongst it.
We've got this. We've clearly understood this.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we know about Ignis is he sees a puddle of dirt or a hole of dirt and he's going for it.
Yeah, I appreciated hugely that Ignis got my head in my hands again. I really like.
It hasn't. I must admit, as coming from an Al's point of view, I'm quite happy that it's you that's actually making this happen for Finn, because it has been Al's for the last few weeks, and it's just probably maybe time that I got out of the limelight.
What do you guys think Finn got up to at the start of the session?
Well, Al, I think Al's has cottoned on that you went to the Traveller, because as I had vaguely remembered, Al's has sort of clicked that maybe you've gone to the Trader. And I'm now remembering, and I think as Alice will probably remember at some point, that the last time we went to the trader, you were dead keen on selling some part of your story, of your memories, for something. And I can't remember what it was. You were talking about extending life or, getting something really important back.
Yeah, so the last time I was there, I just wanted to get some nudie magazines, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It was...
They're very important in halfling culture.
Yeah. It was. I was willing to give it. I was thinking about giving up my memories of my time with the giants.
Yeah.
To get the location of Hecaton.
Yeah. That was what you. So I remember that, and I was like, well, if you've gone to the Traveller, we know where Hecaton is. We know where Imrith is, so you logically wouldn't have sold the information for that. But that's got to play. You're clever enough to think of something more important that may come to a solution. So I haven't. So Alce has a feeling that that's maybe what you've done.
Okay.
And because you arrived kind of solemn and it's like, okay, maybe you're missing something. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% so sure.
Ignis has a lot of troubles with portals, and he just assumes that you had something similar, that it should be a bit longer. Your legs aren't very long, so you just want to take long to get through. That makes sense there.
Brilliant. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Reese thinks, though, that you're after that giant size, man.
Yeah?
That's what you're after. Finn's going to get old.
The secret
get old
ingredients.
huge. Yeah. I reckon you're going to trade someone's genitals for that.
Maybe I already have.
Oh, damn.
I don't think...
It no longer has a cloaca.
I don't think you'd sell your time with the giants, though, because that's... Like, even just with your reaction with Sarissa, if you'd sold your time with the giants, that wouldn't have happened.
Correct.
So I actually don't think you would have done that, because you know that was too important. You've had your chance to do that, I think, twice now, and you've really thought about it, so I don't think you've done that.
The level of hitting on Sarissa with her has just gone exponentially skyward, right?
You've got a thing with big people, right?
Yeah, he's just like, damn, I could get up in that.
Well, literally at the moment. But
you're going to use that tiara.
It's getting exciting.
Oh, yeah. The old tiara as a ring.
Yeah, use it as a ring. It'll probably fit.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
So we all need green screens for next week.
Yeah, green screens.
Yeah, I'm not sure I even have the tech to even come anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Just go to Spotlight.
Huh?
Go to Spotlight. That's right. I already had this stuff.
Yeah, clearly you've been setting this up.
It's fantastic.
Did you not need a special thing? Can you just buy green material?
It's green material.
Mm-hmm. It just then you can
Literally.
Yeah.
Shit. Can you give me like the item code or get some?
Just go there. It's like it looks like the sort of shit that would go on a pool table.
Green velvet kind of stuff, basically.
It doesn't matter what shade of green it is.
It's got to be quite as long as it's like
it's like a pool table, but it's brighter than, more saturated than.
More fluoro, yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily fluoro, but
You don't want it. You want it to be thickish enough not to have too many folds and stuff in it, because
You
that
do
can
not
be-
want it to be shiny.
and you don't
Is
want
it
it
green
to be
like
shiny.
this?
Yep, similar green to that.
Yeah,
And
what other tech do you need?
Good old KB green.
just some software, right?
Yeah, it's just OBS or OSB, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
OBS. I had to change to my fucking Windows version. Because,
Yes, Windows.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Gates. And then I had to change it. The window. Because on the Mac you can't turn it into a virtual camera anymore because something changed. But and then when you come into appear in, you should be able to select OBS camera.
Nice.
And that's it.
Can you do your magic while the green screen's on? Your magic. Your magic with the flame and the smoke.
Yeah, I was doing some smoke before, but when I turn on the light, it fucked up my internet because I'm using a, believe it or not, because I'm using a wall plug internet. You know the what's it called?
A multi-plug.
Oh yeah.
It's
The internet over power.
Internet over copper.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that could get crapped out, but when the light turns on, it must be going really like interfering with it. So
Oh wow.
that's why it dropped out.
That's pretty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just. Yeah.
I'm loving the music in this zone, John.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I've never heard any of the music before.
Yeah,
You need to upgrade from an iPad
Yeah.
to like literally
Mate.
anything else.
Even the
Like that
worst.
dollar
laptop-
computer I
got
keep
two-
linking you.
I got 2 iPads. That's
Yeah,
an
so
upgrade,
you
right?
go,
Sell
you
them
could
both,
downgrade
like,
from your
real
2
computer.
iPads and get that crappy Dell laptop that we were pointing out I don't know 3 or 4 sessions ago, and that would be a massive upgrade to your experience.
3 or 4 sessions ago, that was like.
It was
months
ages
ago.
In my
So
mind,
like
it was
that-
only 3 or 4 sessions ago, but
It was like a lifetime ago.
yeah.
You know what's
like
really
that.
interesting? This is. Oh.
You're breaking the magic there, Bernard.
John, yeah, I'm good now. Sorry.
The
I'll wait
new
for that.
iPad.
Don't get rid of your iPads. They're the best.
Get rid of them. They
Get rid of them. They're terrible for this.
They're good as cutting boards, actually.
If you get rid of them, John can use dynamic lighting,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah,
would enhance our experience immensely. I think.
Is that not working on the iPad?
It doesn't work on the iPad, which is why John has to remove it every time.
Yeah.
I would quite like to use dynamic lighting next session.
Let's do it. There you go.
I don't know.
Mark,
I don't know how we
You got a
achieved
week,
that.
man.
You
I
got
don't
a
know how we
week.
achieved that.
If you ordered it on Mighty App, they'd have it to you to by Friday.
Just get
Like,
like
actually, if you,
Just spend like $900.
no, just do like a dollar
Yeah.
laptop off Trade Me. You'll have
Yeah,
a
go
laptop.
trade me.
Pick up-
Put $1 reserve on something. Piece of cake.
Pick one up on the weekend. There was heaps when I looked.
hey, do you want to try it now? If you actually use Chrome on the iPad, it probably will work.
John,
I'm
do you want to
using
try
Chrome.
turning on that lighting mode now, actually, just so we can test it out?
Sure.
Yeah, it is Chrome that I use. I don't use
Oh, it
Internet
is?
Explorer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've always used Chrome for Roll20.
Doesn't work.
Oh,
I think it
That's
worked at one
cool.
stage, but that was it.
So,
Yeah, it did work at one stage actually. We were underground for a bit.
so do I need to adjust some settings, John, to see it? Because I just see
Yeah.
black at the moment.
Ah, no, that'll be
Really?
something John has to do.
that's John setting on your
I need-
character, probably.
As well.
Can you guys all see?
I can
I
see, and when Wolf moves around and Alice moves around, I can see it move and change. It's really cool.
For me,
I
it's
just
just black.
Yeah, I just see black.
Mine is only on Alpha. Alpha is the one
Yeah.
that's controlling it for me.
So yeah, mine's on Wolf.
Ah,
not,
okay.
Not Oust.
So, John, do you...
Agnes, can you see now?
Negative.
It's such a weird system. I don't know how hard it is to control, but you make it look very hard, John.
Oh, that looks real hard right now.
Whoa, what's Reese looking at?
Oh, Bernard dance, man.
Well, remember,
Oh, yeah, I can see
What
it.
about
Thanks,
now?
John.
What about now,
I can see it.
Agnes?
Yeah, that works. Let's do that.
Oh,
That's
it's not
real
working
good.
for me. So it works for you now.
Yeah, John just needs to turn it on for you
Turn me on.
because he
John.
turned me
oh,
all
you've
the
turned,
way on.
you've turned it on for Oust as well, which is cool.
Yeah, this
Check
is good.
Check yours, Finn.
No, it's still just Alpha.
Hold on, I have to go through like each character individually.
Yeah,
so it could
right.
be
Yeah.
like a couple of seconds.
Sorry, it's alpha and
Oh.
beta. Alpha and beta have it.
Oh
That's
wow!
so good, John.
So that'd be
But-
because John had control of the characters at some point in those universal settings, probably.
It's pretty cool.
It's
Yeah, I
so
reckon it's
cool.
awesome. It just makes it
sweet.
so much more.
What about you? What about you, Sasha? Can you?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Really?
Ah,
So
Well,
all
see,
the hate
I've said it. I've said it's worked before.
my whole life has been.
I told it has worked in the past.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
every other time we've used it, you've gone, "Oh no, I can't see anything."
Yeah.
Yeah.
wasn't
this
the
is-
iPad's fault.
We jump into the new map and it's like, "Oh no, I can't see anything." Oh, it's turned dynamic lighting off.
I think it might have been user error.
Wait,
Not
how
setting it
how
up
far
properly.
how far can you guys see?
How far?
Yeah.
I can see right to the edge of the map. So basically, it's a sight line. I can see all the way to
Yeah.
the edge of the map.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
good though. Look,
Wherever there's no blockages, you can see pretty
Yeah.
much.
I can only
Yeah,
see to
sweet.
the top of the Coliseum.
that's so clever. Like there's a height map on it as well, so
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
can
that's
see
cool.
the Coliseum, but you can't see beyond
Shit,
it.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's really
We-
cool.
Okay. Next week we're using that.
So anything
Yeah.
that's blocking your vision, you can't actually see past.
That's so
It's
good.
really cool.
But will the viewers only see your view?
The viewers will see what Finn can see.
Yeah,
'cause he's
that's alright.
broadcasting.
That's cool.
That's not so bad.
And given we're all kind of in the same area,
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
probably see most of what we can see anyway.
It might be a little harder. So sometimes when we get sort of away from each other previously, I'll pan between us.
Yeah.
So that might be a bit more interesting. Might have to be a bit more poetic with our words in those situations.
It's
So
a shame.
good.
It's a shame that you can't stream what John's seeing. But
Yeah,
I guess that's
yeah.
because you're obviously not using
Going to
his
give
view.
away everything though. Isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
give away
Yeah.
everything to the viewers, but if we're not watching the stream, which we all are, but you know,
I don't want to.
well, okay, those of us that do watch the stream to boost our numbers will get a sneak preview.
Or just don't look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't tend to look at it at all. I just
Because
Right,
when
in the background.
I DM the next one, spoiler alert to all our viewers.
Hey!
When I DM the next one, we'll be streaming what I see, right? So it'll
yeah,
be,
which will be cool.
it'll
And
be
but obviously we
everything.
can't watch the stream because we'll be getting sneak peeks.
I need to find a way of not allowing viewers to kind of
Watch our
No.
stream.
to get
Well,
out spoilers.
As long-
Going
well,
there
Well, I think
That's-
if you are the only one reading chat,
Yeah,
that should
Yeah.
be fine, right?
metagaming ruling, don't spoil
Yeah.
the game.
yeah. That should
You
be
could
fine.
you could filter chat for us as far as like what messages we should know.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe you want to think about like blah.
yeah.
Although when you're DMing, there's like heaps of information that is not visible normally that you are thinking about or like referencing. That's why
Good
sometimes
business.
I look quiet and it looks like I'm doing nothing, but I'm actually reading
Right.
or
Gotcha.
or like working out. Okay, so what's gonna happen?
Yeah. I feel like
So
I need
there-
like a D&D 101 with you at some point, John.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
like
And
Definitely.
he's doing a great job on like
yeah.
Yeah.
super
Must
new
admit,
too.
Yeah, that's
Your
really good.
D&D on the text space is doing it's really cool.
How much
Oh.
work are you finding it, Reese?
It's alright, eh? Like,
Yeah.
initially I had a few ideas.
Have we
They
sidetracked
didn't
most of them
happen.
already?
But yeah, I'm just. I think what makes it easier on text is that since it's ad hoc,
Yeah.
if I want to take 5 minutes to think about something, I can.
Yeah.
Whereas John's doing it stuff all on the fly, right? If he was just pausing for 10 minutes on the screen, he's like, I need to think, don't look. That would kind of break it.
I must admit, it's kind
Right.
of fun coming back from the text and like reading through what's happened and then just going, I can chuck in this right here.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I tend to be reading it most of the time, and ZD just has to jump in and do something because it's
Yeah.
kind of the way he does.
I really love the characters we've got going in there. So
Oh, it's
just if
great
anyone
fun.
is still watching, although I don't think many people are now, but if you are
Oh,
in our
is it still
Discord, we've got yeah. We normally just keep it going for people to because we're talking about fun D&D things and I don't know.
D&D, it's a learning experience.
Yeah, but yeah, if you check out our Discord, there is a D&D text D&D there. So feel free to watch that, read it, or even message Reese, I guess, if you want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
He will try and find a way to get you in. Yeah.
One thing as players, and this is just just the thought. Isn't it weird that we spent about a year looking for Hecaton? We see him for 1 and a bit sessions, and we just left him to almost die, knowing that he was losing the battle.
But if we went back, we'd die. We would 100% die.
As a player, bro, I'm like, isn't he the strongest cloud?
He's the strongest cloud
Storm
giant,
giant?
but this Kraken thing is 10 times as strong, as big as Ancient. He is
I
like.
was pretty tempted to fight that thing when we were there, though.
Yeah, I think we all were until we realised that actually, you know what, this thing is going to obliterate us.
Now, once people started boosting, I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
was-
it would just
Surprised
be a
you go back
complete.
and take him off.
He's got a conch.
Yeah, I think the thing is, though, we've had a couple of times in our campaign where we've kind of gone, let's charge in and battle this, and then we've gotten into it, gone, actually, you know what, we need to get our asses out of here. Like, the first time we met Imrith, and then that frost giant, the ice dragon thing with the wolves and Tracy and all that sort of thing, when they absolutely kicked our ass.
I don't think there's much point in going back and fighting it without improving in some way, or having some.
Like we had to go back to Maelstrom and talk to Sarissa and all them, and they basically said that this Kraken thing is epic.
And you're forgetting the fact that Hecaton actually reappeared to save us from being killed.
Yeah,
to say go to Maelstrom.
Go and
go
check
to
it out.
Maelstrom.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? So it's we had no chance against that thing.
No, we would have been
not
obliterated.
even there, but whether we could help give Hecaton a few seconds to blow his own conch and disappear.
We gave him
it
more
seemed
than
like-
a few seconds though.
Because it looks like he's not going to make it from just from a player sort of perspective. It looks like he's not going to make it.
If he dies, the thing is, I think our primary cause, and this is I think what we've done as characters, our primary cause is to restore the giant ordinary.
Yeah.
Whether King Hecaton lives or not may or may not necessarily affect that. If we get things put back in order, King Hecaton may die, and that will be sad, but that would mean Sarissa and I forget her name, the daughter's name. Sorry, it's Sarissa, isn't it?
Yeah, Sarissa.
That would mean she would be queen or leader of the giants, and the ordning would be in order. Job done.
I feel like it'd be going into a battle Paul going to a battle about Mjolnir or Stormbreaker. It's like we've got the strongest giant we could have on our side to help us.
But how were we supposed to save him?
Yeah, we couldn't have saved him. He came back to save us, and if we didn't leave, if we tried to stay and help him, we probably would have died.
Yeah.
He may have lived, but we would have had our asses kicked.
Other than saying we should have saved him, how should we have saved him?
Could we have blown the conch, pushed him through, it closed it, and then cut off like 10 tentacles, or cut the dude in half?
But
he was
wrapped in a massive kraken. You can't just push a kraken halfway through the door when you're like 6 foot tall.
And the couple of times we tried to do damage to this thing, it literally just laughed at us.
Yeah.
I feel like
we did do a little bit of damage to it.
Bernard had actually done quite a bit to it.
I don't know about quite a bit. It had done some.
As in most effective sort of.
Its retort was, "I remember these magics."
Yeah.
Not ouch that hurt. It's I remember these. So,
that's what's interesting, though, right? So I think, is this dragon the big bad, or is it like this Kraken god?
I feel like Raphael's going to be more dangerous. Like if we're going to come
Possibly.
out half dead, or lose a few members after killing Imrith, won't we come off weaker? Coming towards like
not
Raphael?
necessarily, because maybe we can get some more allies after beating the dragon. Maybe.
Yeah. What if beating the dragon
whoever's been in control?
Yeah. What if this is the event that helps bring the giants all together, so that we can then go and destroy Slark with a big army of all the giants?
What I really need to do, I think, and which would be really helpful, is get in contact with my grandma.
Yeah.
Because
we
she
missed
is
that opportunity.
Apparently the most powerful mage.
Well, no, we didn't miss the opportunity. Sansuri was going to divine her location and try and touch base with her. We just don't know where she is.
And
I told her where she lives.
Yeah.
And also, if you think that we should be doing stuff, you're welcome to like voice it instead of sitting there and not voicing it.
No, I thought you did voice it really well, actually.
Oh no, I was in a situation
not
where I
much
couldn't
we
really
could
do much
do.
because I was already restrained. So I was already in a position where it's already gone too far.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to voice it anyway as a character. I think if I was there in the courtroom, I would have spoken. But
yeah, had you not been imprisoned, you probably would have been.
It's how it rolls anyway.
I thought the same way.
You can't change it.
I thought the same way as you as well. I think there wasn't much. If we went back, we'd be in the same boat as we were.
Same boat we already sunk.
The last time.
I'm not sure we would have had a boat to go back to.
And Hecaton would just be like being grabbed by
We started with 3 boats.
I thought I told you to check out what was happening.
Should we care about Bone and Dot as well? I don't know. That's just
it reminds me
that
that
thought about.
Well, the giant place, did it have all the pirates in it? Or not pirates, the sailors.
Which place?
You know how they all jumped through the portal?
Oh yeah.
I suppose they would have showed up at the giants.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Castle.
It's unlike us to forget minions, right?
What do you mean? That's what we do all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully they got a lot of rum under the sea.
The one thing that we can guarantee is that if you're a minion, you're going to get left behind.
Unless you're shield dwarves and you get saved.
Oh yeah,
or the door cracker
and molested, and God knows what you were doing with that.
All right,
subtle hint to John. Can you bring Tracy back to attack Imrith? Ice versus electric.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Pokemon / Monster Hunter type logics would apply in this scenario.
Sure.
All right, guys. Well,
Did you get that?
What's that?
Who's got Super Smash Bros?
Me.
You got it?
I've seen you two online playing it.
Very good.
Yeah. Give me some friend fights, whatever they're called.
I'm not paying.
I'm terrible at it.
I'm not paying for Nintendo's online. But if you want to catch up in person, I will 100% play.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. Is this Pokemon? All right.
Yeah, me too.
Nice. All right.
Look,
I'm going to call it there.
Later.
It is 10:30.
Right.
We'll be back Monday 7:30. Later, guys.
Later.
I'll catch you later. Bye.